Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, to Generations Behind, episode 54. I am one of your hosts, Craig, of Craig's Game Room. To the side of me, although on Discord it looks like he's still below me, to the side of me, we have the Luscious Slut, Kills Reaper, Game Collecting Reaper, Tyler Haight. Tyler, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty swell, pretty swell. I had this long little weekend, long 4th of July weekend. I didn't do shit for 4th of July, so hopefully you did. If not, then I feel you. But I kind of just been organizing the game room a bit, cleaning up a bit. Still need to get to these NES games. If you have seen a couple episodes ago, need to clean some. But yeah, other than that, doing pretty good. Had too many games last weekend. Bought a lot of stuff. Y'all will see that. Craig already seen it. He knows. I was gonna save it all as a surprise, but I was like, it's a lot. I can't.
Yeah, this man took out a second mortgage on his house, essentially. Had too many games, so. But thank you for asking. My 4th of July was good. Just hung out with family. Nothing fancy, but still always a good time to hang out. My father made some delicious Philly cheesesteaks, so I'm sure that you would have been judging his technique and his food as a
I'm
Philadelphia native.
I'm sure I probably would have enjoyed them more than an actual Philadelphia cheesesteak. What kind of cheese did you use?
Provolone.
Okay, good. Because here they use fucking Cheese Whiz. All right.
Really?
Yeah, the Philadelphia cheesesteak has Cheese Whiz in it. Like the main spots, like Pat's, Geno's, it's Cheese Whiz.
Interesting.
I don't fuck with that.
Because I feel like everywhere you get like a Philly cheesesteak, it's always provolone. Like it's from like any kind of like chain place at like a Capriati's or something like that.
Yeah,
so that's interesting.
There's this one really good spot by me called SMP. It's just like a mini market, but then there's like this food reviewer that went there, and he got a cheesesteak and it was like phenomenal. They even made a cheesesteak named after him. Dude, their cheesesteaks fucking good. Good.
Good to know. I know. One day, me and my wife will come up and visit you and hang out, and you'll have to show us all the hot spots.
We're not going to Pat's and we're not going to Geno's. Sorry.
Although
sorry.
I'm a disgusting monster, and I love Cheese Whiz, so I'm like, that doesn't sound so bad.
I mean, you might like it,
but I feel like on a cheesesteak, it's got to be provolone. I feel like that's the only choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm plain. Right. I'm a plain eater in general. Like I get my burgers plain. I like just a cheese slice of pizza. Like when I have my cheesesteak, all I want is meat, the cheese, like cooked, melted into it, and then a little bit of mayonnaise on the bun, and that's all I need.
No sauce, just mayo.
Just mayo.
Okay.
What kind of sauce usually goes on one? I don't even know.
I mean, generally they do like. I mean, it depends where you go, but sometimes people do like it's like a red kind of marinara type of sauce.
Really? See, all this time I thought that we had the cheesesteak figured out. Like I thought this was a standardized food. It sounds like it's kind of whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Listen, throw some peppers on there, bitch. Onion, that like.
Well, that's normal too. I wouldn't eat that because I'm a picky eater, unfortunately. But yeah, like I thought, like the average cheesesteak was just like meat, cheese, peppers, onions, and like a slather of mayonnaise, and I thought that was it.
I mean, I don't think mayonnaise is typical for it.
No, so that's just my freaky family. That's fine then. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's probably good. You ever have a cheesesteak hoagie?
No.
So it's essentially a cheesesteak, the meat, cheese, and then mayo on the bun, but then it has like lettuce, tomato, onion on top, like a hoagie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The more you know. Welcome back to Philly Cheesesteaks Behind, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're actually going to be talking about Mega Man. So for everybody that complains that we don't talk about old games enough, or that we talk about role-playing games too much, here you go. Some NES platformers.
E.T. on the Atari. It's going to be our next episode.
That will be our next episode. That's definitely not true. I guess we should... we didn't even mention that Zach's not here. We should probably mention that. So Zach will probably not be... Yeah, we fired him again. He spontaneously combusted again. This is actually the Zach exposed video. We're gonna show a bunch of leaked Discord messages of him being a terrible person. But no, he won't be here for the foreseeable future. He's got some stuff going on in his personal life. Not negative, not positive, not my place to say. Just know that he is going to be absent and will be joining us again in the future, unless he decides that this show sucks and he doesn't want to come back. He's like, I had some time away from those chumps Tyler and Craig, and I ain't fucking doing it again. I would also understand that, because we are obnoxious, but we all love each other. So everybody leave a comment down below. Tell Zach you love him. And I told Tyler this. I'm going to ask him if he wants to write in for every episode to either tell us what he's playing, if he wants to give his thoughts on the subject matter. Let me do that right now. Maybe we could even get him in on this episode. So, dear Mr. Beating, I would like for you to write into the show about whatever you want. So if you have something to say to the people, let it be known. Or if you don't want to write in, then whatever, fuck you. There we go. So, if we hear from Zach, you will also hear from Zach.
Also,
your
boy, are you that way?
Other way.
Your boy that way got a new video. Go to his channel, because it's finally a video that doesn't have me or Zach in it. So go to his channel and look at it.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of Earthbound merchandise, back in January, February maybe, and then I finally made a video showing off my Earthbound collection and doing an unboxing of the new stuff I got. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do check it out.
Like your snap bracelet.
Oh, that thing was a lot of fun.
You're like, yeah.
Made me feel like a kid again. I used to love those things. I was shocked that they made that as a modern day piece of merchandise. I thought that was super funny. A toy nose ball. I'm dying. But yeah, so we're talking about Mega Man today. Mega Man 1 through 3 specifically. I played these games last year. Gave myself a little refresher this year. And then Tyler played all these games for the first time, within the last couple of days. So he's fresh, hot off the press Mega Man opinions coming your way. Next episode, just so everybody knows, and you can write in through the link in the description, we're going to be ranking the PlayStation consoles. We did this once for Nintendo, obviously many less consoles for PlayStation, but we still thought it would be fun to do that and kind of just have a PlayStation-centric episode, especially with the recent news regarding them being shitty. So, Mike from Canada wrote in, Tyler. Mike from Canada wrote in. He said, thanks for the recommendations. He said last week, but I believe that was almost 4 weeks ago at this point. Also, I'm officially going for the DSi set after watching one of Craig's shorts. I don't know if I have enough room, but I'll figure it out. You guys rock. Yeah, so I did post a short a while back about the DSi set, all 3 or 4 games for it. I think it's 3. I don't even remember anymore. Yeah. So if you want to go for a full set, and you've heard me talk about completing full sets for collections in the past, is a good one to go for because it's the smallest that you could possibly do, and it's pretty cheap. So I don't think any of these games cost more than $20-$30. So,
and Mike, if you check out any of those recommendations, I want to hear it in a write-in. I want to know which ones are good. Definitely check out Road Redemption though, because that game's crazy.
Yes, we would love to hear updates. Thank you for writing in, Mr.
It's
Canada.
probably a good game to get. It's pretty uncommon.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't find it in any stores. There's a couple on eBay, but
it's one of those that you could feel like it's going to dry out eventually. One of those.
Yeah, I got mine, and ever since then I've seen one other. That's it. An Island Flight Simulator, I only seen one. There's 2 on eBay right now. We can kill the market. We can corner it.
The two of you. Tyler and Mike from Canada are going to be the kings of PlayStation Mike, 4.
You buy the other Island Flight Simulator. I'll buy a second copy. I'll post that second copy for $1,000. We will corner the market. We can do it. We can do it.
Resellers, manipulators, how dare they?
I've been doing it with Sid the Dummy. Just you wait. Shoot, wait, I'm trying to wait until I get some more copies, and I'm gonna fucking do it.
Just be the only one listing them on eBay. Crazy.
Like list one for $1,000, one for 500, one for 750. Then people are gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Slowly creep it up over and over. That'd be fantastic. It's definitely possible to manipulate the prices of games. I think people don't realize how easy it is to do that, unfortunately.
It is.
And Tyler's like, and I'm one of those that's going to take advantage. Fuck you.
It's gonna happen.
Buy your Sid the Dummy while you can.
Yeah. Vinny found 3 copies at one store. I was like, "You're gonna buy them all, right?"
Did he?
He was like, "No," because they were 25 each. I was like, "Dude, 25 each, but there's none on eBay."
He could have made quadruple the
Exactly.
value given another
Just wait till I up
couple of
that
months.
shit. He missed out. He could have had 3K. Like,
what a
Sid
sucker.
the Dummy's about to be the fucking set killer. Watch.
So, as you know, and as much of the audience knows, I always have 2 write-in spots on our little forum where I say, write in about the topic of the show. And is there anything else you want to tell us? Megafan wrote in, and when I said, is there anything else you want to ask us? They said, nothing else. Thanks. Thank you, Megafan, for writing in.
Shout out, Megafan.
Shout out to Megafan, the biggest
Hope you have a
fan.
great day.
I like to imagine he's a mega fan of us and not a mega fan, but that's probably wishful thinking. Patrick wrote in. He said, sorry, I forgot to write in last episode. I was at a charity event the weekend of the last show and life happens. Oh, so you think you're better than us, Patrick?
Wow.
Going to your charity events, helping the public, when you should be here for old reliable Craig and Tyler and the ghosts of Zach
Should be.
Daly.
Should
And
be.
you're not. How dare you? He said, but I'm back just to say, fuck Sony. At least the PS6 isn't a day one purchase for me anymore. Should we address the elephant in the room? Do you want to talk about the PlayStation physical media debacle?
Fuck it, let's do it. The
Sure,
fact that they are getting all right, so for if you live under a rock and you don't know, Sony pretty much announced that starting January 2028, they are no longer making physical discs for the PlayStation brand. Apparently, I guess going forward, like if you already had a physical, you could still get more, but it's just going forward from that date. It's not going to have anymore. And they are getting so much fucking backlash. Like, it is. I really hope we get a statement. Knowing Sony, they're probably like, yeah, we're just going to keep it rolling, not going to post anything. Xbox is going to announce 10,000 layoffs, and everybody's like, oh my God. And Sony's going to be like, hey guys, we're back. Without addressing the physical thing. But I mean, like, they're getting so much backlash that they have people from other companies just make it. Like Domino's said they're switching to digital pizzas. KFC said they're switching to digital chicken, whatever. Like it's just wild. And I mean, honestly, it's really shitty because you have some people that are like, oh, well, I've been digital forever, but like you don't understand how much this is going to affect it because then Sony controls the market. They control the prices you're paying. You're going to be paying full price forever. It's going to be like you're going to be feeling like physical Nintendo games like on your Sony PlayStation. Like nothing's going to go like Black Friday's not going to exist for games because you ain't going to get shit for cheaper. The only thing you're probably going to get is PlayStation's Days of Play sale when they put like one game $10 off. Like that's pretty much all you're going to get.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. I don't know. I see it from a lot of different angles, and it's been interesting to see the discourse online. Obviously, I am also a game collector and a physical media person, so to say. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't have a bunch of digital games as well. Whether it be for convenient, hefty digital sales, this, that, the other. But given the choice any day of the week, I'd rather have the game physically. And the beauty of me having physical and digital games is that I've had the choice, right? I have the option to buy it used, buy it new, buy it straight from Sony, buy it from Target, GameStop, wherever I want to go. Buy it on the PlayStation Store digitally because it was a good coupon or a good sale or whatever else. And that's just the choice isn't going to be a thing anymore. It's like even if Nintendo were to do the same thing, you could still buy a digital download card for their games off of Walmart or Target or Best Buy or whatever. For PlayStation, you can't even do that. There's a total monopoly on the PlayStation digital storefront, unless you just buy like a Sony gift card, which isn't still outright buying the game, right? So it's a totally different thing. They're going to be getting rid of the cost of manufacturing for these physical games, and they're going to be getting rid of the share that they have to give to these retailers, and us, the consumer, are not going to see any of the benefits of the money that they're saving by cutting physical games, because they're not going to drop the prices of any of the games. And it's unfortunate, and it sucks, and, I've seen a lot of people try to clap back at people saying like, oh, so they're going all digital, so you're going to switch to PC. That's already all digital. But the difference is that there's choice on PC. Believe it or not, there's more than one fucking storefront than Steam. I don't know how people keep forgetting that. Just because Steam is the most popular doesn't mean it's the only place you can buy video games for your computer. So it's like, that's what it comes down to for me, is it's not even, as much as it sucks to get rid of physical games. I don't want them to. I think the erasure of choice is more of the problem more than anything, right? I think that's what bothers me more, is that, you shouldn't have a monopoly on any storefront. And even if it's their own storefront, I don't know. It's not like they're making all the games. They don't own all the games that they're selling. So it's not like you could even make that argument that's for PlayStation games, right? It's just, I don't know. It bugs me and it sucks. And, I also probably will not be buying a PlayStation 6 for many reasons. Maybe I'll be eating my own words in a couple years here. Who knows? But as of right now, I'm just like, I don't know. I've owned a PlayStation 5 since day one, right? I know you and I have both owned one. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could name one first-party Sony game that has been worth getting the PlayStation 5 for. Honest to God. Even if you take away all the stuff that they've also put on PC, I'm like, I don't know if anything that is released exclusively on the PS5 has been worth it for me to own that machine. All of my best gaming on that console has been from third parties. So to me, there's no fucking reason to even own a PlayStation 6. We've hit a wall where, fidelity is maxed out. Performance isn't maxed out, even though that's what we were mostly promised this generation on, was better performance and everything still fucking runs at 30. So I do not believe that we're going to get much better on a PS6. We'd probably get better resolution, and that's the least of my concerns, because resolution is perfectly fine. And I don't need my games to look realistic anyway. I prefer creative art styles over realism regardless. So right now I'm just like, there's no reason in my mind to get a PlayStation 6 when the time comes, because I feel like the PlayStation 5 generation hasn't even happened yet. It feels like the most wasted, useless generation of games of all time. And that's not to say that there aren't good games or great games, because there are. But like I said, from Sony specifically, I don't think that they have delivered pretty much at all. So to me, I'm just like, I think I'm good.
The best first party game that they put out, hands down, Astrobot. But is Astrobot worth buying a $700 console now for? No.
Exactly. So, excuse my rant. I've been waiting to get on my soapbox for that one for a while. Glad I could get it off my chest.
Also,
yes.
One quick thing while we're on the topic of Patrick. Uh-huh. This episode goes up, Monday, and 2 days after. Happy birthday, Patrick.
Yeah, happy birthday. Can't believe it's your 29th birthday. So happy for you.
They grow up so fast.
So fast. Like... What a big boy. What a big, beautiful boy. We love you. I'm excited for the inevitable day that I meet Patrick and Jason. Because it'll happen.
Hey, whenever you come out here, it's going to happen.
It'll be fun. We'll have to go out and go to dinner or whatever else. That'll be a good time. Speaking of the devil himself, Jason wrote in, and he said, who is your favorite Robot Master from each Mega Man game? Right. We will get there. I don't think we need to do it yet. Let's wait till we get to the games, and we can and share our thoughts before we get into the meaty meat of Mega Man.
We will answer your question.
But before then, what have we been playing? Tyler, would you like to go first?
Sure. So I've been playing the new Star Fox, well, quote unquote new Star Fox. Um, been enjoying that. It's been fun, especially coming right off of playing uh Star
64.
Fox 64. It's
You're like,
been
what's the
fun.
name
And
of the
then
game with the same name?
so it's been good. The graphics really good. I love the added cutscenes in between each mission. It's really fun. Falco being a smartass, kind of great. He's like, I don't care, and he just goes in like the fridge and grabs like a coffee or something. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm not involved. Like, um, this time I did the true ending route, the hard route. Did all the top shit since 64. I kind of did bad, and I went the whole bottom. So this one did all the top. I definitely want to go back, play it some more, maybe do some of those planets that I didn't do yet because it's been a great time. I'm enjoying that. It's an easy like pick up and play game.
Yeah,
So it's something you could generally just I don't know, play some Starfighter. You could beat it in like one sitting. So
exactly. Very low commitment. You can beat it, and you could do a run in an evening, like you said, one sitting. But I'm with you. I think the cutscenes add a ton.
yeah,
I think that the art style's really grown on me. It's a beautiful game. The music is phenomenal. It's very fun. My only issue is I feel like some of the charm is just lost with like the cornier the cornier voice acting and things like that. Like I do still prefer 64 overall just from an art style and a dialogue perspective. But the presentation in this is just phenomenal, and you can't deny that.
not wrong. Yeah.
But I'm the same as you. I got the true ending, but I didn't do all the hard levels because I messed up. So I did like the first hard level, and then I went all the way to the middle, and then redeemed myself at the end to go to Venom 2.
There you go.
And then I did another playthrough of all the easy levels, and I want to do another playthrough where I just kind of do fill the gaps of the levels I missed, just so I could say that I've played them all. So technically played through it twice, and sorry, not to overrun your part of the played section, but
Fine.
then we'll be treading the same ground twice. I had a great time with it though. One of my favorite experiences so far from the year. Definitely worth the $50 I paid for it by pre-ordering off of Amazon. So
Sorry, yes, sir. See, also I played more NTE. It's been a gotcha I've been grinding on. I'm gonna get the platinum trophy on that.
you're so
It's
funny.
gonna take forever, but I'm gonna get it.
You and your Hoyo garbage. I don't care if this isn't a Hoyoverse game. It feels like a Hoyoverse game.
Anime GTA, dude. And they got a new character. Yo, the new character banner came out, and I was like, I'll just use what I have on them. I'm not gonna go hard. I got them in like 13 pulls, which is what I had, and I was like, all right, cool, got the character.
Have you gotten got yet? Have you been spending money on it? Or are you doing all free to play?
A little bit, a little bit.
Only not a shameful amount yet.
No, it's not there yet. It's not there yet.
Yet.
Will I get there? Who knows?
That's why I had to
Mega Man 1
delete
through
Fire
3.
Emblem Heroes.
Yeah. Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. I beat those. Talk more about that later.
Yes, yes.
I'm actually gonna skip over this one because I don't want
Oh.
to spoil something.
Okay.
So
Do you
I'll
want
just
to talk about it when we get to it then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll briefly talk about it. And then also played Sonic Crossworlds. I had to play this, so mind you, they had like a Sonic 35th anniversary live stream, and they're like, oh, and I've been keeping up with all these like, what do they call them, like limited time festivals or whatever, to get all the extra like bonus content and stuff. So of course they dropped like classic Sonic, and they're like, "Oh, he's having a festival this weekend." And I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna be gone the weekend, right?" So I brought my portal. I had to set up my hotspot on my phone because the hotel Wi-Fi wouldn't work on the portal. Set up my phone hotspot, and then I played Sonic Crossroads that way and had to do the whole festival. So I played that for a good bit every night. When we got back to the hotel, John would go to bed, and I'm like, "Well, I'm grind some Sonic."
Can't escape them.
So yeah, finish that. Finish that.
Good stuff.
It's kind of all for the most part I've been playing.
There you go. All right, next up for me, spoil a pickup, but that's okay. Game of the year dropped, Rhythm Heaven Groove. I have already finished it. I have not gotten all of the superbs or perfects yet. For those that are unaware, those are like the rankings of the game. Like you can get try again, which is you don't beat the level. You can get okay or just okay, which is like enough to pass. but you don't really feel good about it. And then you get superb, which is like you did a great job, you got most of the notes, and you get a little medal. And then you could also after that get perfects, which are playing through the rhythm games without making a single mistake, which is as difficult as it sounds. It's not because it's not. These aren't like Guitar Hero where you see notes coming towards your screen. It's just total visual cues and doing stuff to the beat. So you got to be real precise in these games. They're not. I wouldn't say that they're easy overall. But I will say that this is the easiest Rhythm Heaven, I think, out of the 5 entries that we've had so far. And then Perfect. After you get Perfect, you can get a Rainbow Perfect, which is playing the mini game 3 more times in a row without making any mistakes. And then there's Nighttime Mode, which is beating the mini game without any visuals. So it's like this game is absolutely insane if you're a completionist. I would never ever attempt it. It sounds awful. No, I refuse. That's way too much. That's way too much. If there was like maybe a platinum trophy attached of some kind, right? Then it would maybe be worth trying. But no, it's way too difficult. For basically no there are rewards for getting perfects and medals and stuff. Like you could get extra mini games and things. But for the most part, it's just kind of like a badge of honor, and it's not going to be worth my sanity, to be honest. But I really enjoyed my time with it. It was a lot of fun. It probably falls right in the middle of the Rhythm Heaven games for me, because there's 5 of them. This is probably going to be like number 3 if I were to rank them from my favorite to least favorite. And honestly, one of my main complaints just is that it does feel too easy. I think that there was trying to think, because there's 15 remixes with 5 levels each, so I don't know. I can't do math. Hold on. I'm pulling up the calculator. My brain is not working. It's too early for me right now. I woke up, rolled out of bed to do the show. So we got...
I offered if you wanted to do it a little later, and he said no.
No, it's fine. I'm not complaining. I just am excusing my poor math skills right now. So we got 80 mini games for the single player mode. And then there's another 30 for multiplayer, which is cool. Even though I don't have anybody to play those with, so I won't be able to.
Is it online or just local?
Only local, which makes sense because of the latency for a rhythm game. Yeah. It would be cool, but it makes sense of why it doesn't exist. Excuse me. But yeah, it's of the 80 or so mini games, it's like I probably only actually failed any of them, like maybe 2 or 3 times total. That's just, I don't know. I was surprised at how much I felt like I breezed through the game, and how many times where I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do that again, and then I would like get a passing grade. Just surprised at that. And then also the lack of themed remixes were a little disappointing. So the way Rhythm Heaven works is you get 4 stages, and then you get a remix of those previous 4 stages all mixed into one song, which is a great idea. Love it. Many of the past games, except for the Game Boy Advance game, which even that one I think had a few, if I remember right, they basically like changed the graphics of all the mini games to like make them match some sort of theme, which is cool. But they only did that like twice for basically the entirety of Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. Like I think of the 20 remixes, there was like 2 or 3 themed remixes. So that was a little disappointing. Not a requirement. But it just makes them less memorable, because that was always usually the remixes are the most memorable and cool part of these games. But I still had a great time. Definitely worth the $40. This is kind of a budget release because it won't take you super long to beat, but it is a lot of fun. One of those games, kind of like Star Fox, a lot of the playability comes from the replayability, doing the stages over and over again to get the perfects and the superbs and the medals and everything else. And like I said, when you get more medals, you unlock mini games. So you might unlock like little toy box things where it's like just like little things mess around with, like a drum kit or like a beat pad. And then there's also like this whole side kind of thing where it's like a rhythm JRPG, which is super interesting. Where it's like you have to do spells but to the beat, going across like a diamond. So it'll be like a diamond that counts in 4s, and you might have to hit like BBA like from like the first beat in the middle of the beat, and then A on the second beat to do like a fire spell or heal yourself and stuff like that. So there's a lot of extra stuff mixed in that definitely makes it worth the price of entry. I'm probably gonna actually go back and do more of the role playing game beat mini game, just because I thought that it was short. It showed there was only 4 levels, and then after you beat the 4, there's like another 8 that unlocks. So it's like there's a lot in this game, a lot of content. It'll keep you busy for a long time, and it is a lot of fun. So got to give a shout out to Rhythm Heaven Groove. I'm glad we got the first game of the series in like a decade, and I hope that we keep getting more, because it has had some of my favorite mini games in the entire series so far.
Nice. They were $40. I think I might pick it up.
Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. Also, probably going to be the first or the last first party Switch game that releases, if I had to guess. I'd be shocked if Nintendo's releasing anything else on Switch 1 after that. Because, you know...
Be worth it.
God, sorry. Besides... I know, besides...
solo podcast.
It's because it's early. I got my allergies going still. I apologize to the people. But yeah, I was gonna say Nintendo's not really like, PlayStation or Xbox where they support their old consoles for long after. It's like once Nintendo moves on, usually it seems like you get about a year out of them, and then they start moving on pretty much to just making stuff for the newer console. So I would be shocked if we get anything else for Switch 1 that's first party at this point. I think we'll get plenty of third party still, but yeah.
They're just gonna close the Switch eShop. Just gonna do it. It's like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Sony closing the PS3 and Vita stores finally too. Forgot to mention that. That news has kind of been swept under the rug because people are more focused on the PlayStation 6 having no games.
Yeah, it gives me time. People aren't as focused, so I'm trying to pick up these PS3 games.
So other than that, got in a bit of a Star Fox mood after playing the new Star Fox. So I started up Adventure for the first time just for fun, because I had never played it. And it's I always assumed people weren't kidding when they said it was very Zelda like very much like a 3D Zelda game, and it is. It's like probably the least fun 3D Zelda that you've ever played, but it's there. I'm not super far into it, but as far as I know, it's not a super long game either. Very basic combat, very basic puzzles. There's not really much to say about it than that. Bad voice acting, but good music because of Star Fox. It's a very strange game. It feels, I don't know, it's just weird. It feels like you could tell that Rare wasn't in their prime anymore by the time they were making this. I'm not necessarily having a bad time, but I'm also not really having fun either. It's kind of just like there. But part of me wants to see it through to the end because I know that's technically a sequel to Star Fox 64. And then after that, Star Fox Assault is a sequel to Star Fox Adventure. And I kind of want to play all 3 of them. So I'm kind of forcing my way through this one. But for those of you that have never played Star Fox Adventure, you're not really missing out on anything. I did think it was hilarious, though, because I never, seen Crystal in her natural habitat, and I'm just like, that's why so many people our age are furries. That makes sense. I'm like, this is where it came from, huh? Okay. I'm like, it's actually hilarious how it's just a fuzzy human with a fox head. Absolutely bonkers. I've also been playing some more Adventures of Elliot. Not too much more to add, just haven't finished it yet. Having a good time, but I don't know, just nothing else to say yet because I've only played it for maybe like another hour since last time. So moving on to the last game that I've tipped my toes in for a little bit. I'm having that problem again where I'm playing too much at once, so I'm probably gonna have to finish some stuff or cut some stuff to start focusing again. But I played about the first hour or 2 of Resident Evil Code Veronica. Trying to get myself.
That's what that is. I was like, what the fuck is Rec V?
Rec V. Yeah. I want to play through that before the remake comes out. That way I can compare and contrast next year. And also, there's only 3 mainline Resident Evil games I haven't beaten yet. Code Veronica, 0, and 6. So I want to finish those, hopefully, this year. That way I can finally feel like I'm a true Resident Evil fan after being a semi-Resident Evil fan for most of my life. But I played so much Resident Evil earlier this year that I needed a break after playing all those games back to back to back. But yeah, Resident Evil Code Veronica. Definitely the hardest from what I've experienced so far. This game is very tough. I feel like there's so many enemies on the screen at once at all times. There's not an easy way to avoid most of them. And I'm afraid of using bullets because I know that this is one of the few Resident Evil games that you can get soft locked in. So I'm just
Yeah.
terrified of that happening. So I'm trying to be careful, but I'm also taking a lot of damage. So we'll see if I screw myself. That'll be funny and interesting to know. But that is what I've been playing. So a little bit of everything. A little bit of Zelda, a little bit of not Zelda, Zelda, a little bit of rhythm games, a little bit of shooters, a little bit of survival horror. Having a good time. Your camera has been out of focus for a long
Yeah,
time,
I
Tyler.
know. I'm trying to like
Trying
figure
to
it
fix
out.
it.
While you're like talking, I'm like,
You're very fuzzy, which is unfortunate because our next section of the
oh
show.
wait,
Oh, there it is.
all right.
Look at that. I was gonna say it's unfortunate that our next section is pickups, and that's very visual. Since you have way more than me, I figure I'll go first, get it out of the way. So I already showed Rhythm Heaven, and all the next 6 that I have here are ones that you guys should and will make fun of me for, and that's okay. We got
Okay.
Zoo
What a
Tycoon
fucking
DS on the
nerd.
2. We
That game's
got
up.
Personal Trainer Cooking.
Oh shit.
We got Monster Jam.
Oh, see, I can't make fun of you for Monster Jam.
Lego Lord of the Rings.
Who's your favorite monster truck?
Babysitting Mania. I don't have one. I've never seen any Monster Truck stuff. And Bratz for Real. So, you might be asking yourself, Craig, why you just be buying bullshit from GameStop? What are you doing? And the main reason is because the games were buy 2, get 1 free, so it was only $15 for all 6 of those games. And I'm a disgusting motherfucker who hates himself. And I want to go for a DS set one day. So whenever I can find a bunch of cheap DS games, I'm trying to buy them. So that's why I just be getting a bunch of bullshit from GameStop. Alright, so do you want to be talking about your gaming pickups? Because mine are not exciting, yours are very exciting.
I don't know. I think yours are a little better than mine, but I'll go ahead.
It's hard to beat Bratz for Real, so.
Yeah.
And Personal Trainer Cooking.
Look at Jonathan. He's playing Payday 2, his favorite game ever. It just popped up saying he's playing that.
Shout out to Payday 2.
Okay, so I'm going to show the non-game related items first. First, Vinny, I showed him his stuff before. He does like the video game ads, so he found this like ad, and he was like, "You can have it." It's an X and Y Mega Gengar ad.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Pretty dope.
He also, so Target's been doing like these Pokemon drop things or whatever. And they did a life-size puzzle
Huh.
of Gengar.
Hell yeah.
So
it's gonna be massive.
Yeah, it's over 4 feet, I think it says.
Holy shit, how many pieses?
Over 4 feet tall. 151.
Oh, so they must be big ass pieces then. Okay.
So
I thought this was gonna be like a 20,000 piece puzzle. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, I totally forgot about the Pokemon Day thing, and then Vinny mentioned that he was trying to get something, and they ended up picking that up, and I was like, damn, I didn't know that was a thing. He's like, I'll sell it to you for cost. So,
what a bro. He's always looking out.
Honestly, because cost was like 45, and now they're going for like 150. So there's a Charizard one too, but that one, Charizard's overrated.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Then I got one Sonic figure signed. Got my Shadow signed.
Hell yeah.
Tyler, I am the ultimate life form.
Because that's the guy who did it in Sonic Adventure 2, I'm assuming?
No, he did it
Which one
from like everything almost after that to current.
How funny.
Like, yeah.
It's hard for me. I feel bad because I can never remember. There's just been so many actors for so many of these characters. It's hard for me to remember the timelines.
And then ran into one of my friends, Kyle, at Too Many Games, and then I was talking to him, and he just randomly took something out of his bag and was like, "Here, you can have this." So I was like, "Okay, this one you don't know about because it wasn't in my pickup photo."
Oh, okay. What you got?
So when he has a YouTube channel, ironically Kyle's Game Room, and his YouTube channel got hacked for a little bit.
Oh no!
And it had like fucking like farming whatever shit on it, and they still sent him the revenue check, so he got like some money from it, right?
How funny.
And ended up to where he found something on eBay of a bunch of props from the Sonic 2 movie. And he bought them. And then he was like giving away to some like Sonic YouTubers there. And he was like, oh, here, you can have this too. So I got a bag from the Mean Bean Coffee Co. that
Oh,
was
that's
on the
cool.
set.
That's
Sonic
fun.
2. So, yeah,
That's really
100%
neat.
recycled paper product. It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I think I found
Yeah,
the channel. He mostly does toy reviews, it looks like, right?
yeah, he used to do like a lot of gaming stuff, but now he just kind of does toy reviews and all that stuff.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, I forgot they were making a Tikal figure. Thank you, Kyle's Gamer, for reminding me. I need to find that. Hopefully it's not too expensive.
Yeah, no, I need to find that one too. I don't have that.
I don't find myself going to Target very much anymore, and that's usually the only place I find those Sonic figures, so
I feel like they don't release as much as they used to now.
nah,
Like
it
they
seems
used to be
super
fucking
frequent
spam,
for a while.
and now it's like, yeah, here's Sonic, regular Sonic, regular
That is
Sonic.
very funny. His description for his channel says that for someone that goes by Kyle's Game Room, I sure talk about toys a lot.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I actually met him on YouTube, and then we ended up like kind of like me and you. We were talking on Twitter, and then I was like, "Oh, you're local," so then we hung out.
That's cool.
All right. So Too Many Games pickups. I organized them from the least I paid to the most I paid. So
down below in the
that's how we're
comments,
gonna go.
guess how much Tyler spent on all these.
I honestly didn't add it up, so I have no idea.
I
But,
feel like you might throw up if you did it, so maybe don't.
probably. So we're not gonna do that. But just know these are organized from the least I spent to the most I spent. So we got Mobile Light Force 2 on
Nice.
the PS2. If you don't know about this game, the cover art has nothing to do with the game. This is actually Castle of Shikigami 1, which
So
we
funny.
technically didn't get here, but we did.
It's so weird.
There's the first one on the PS1, and the first one on the PS1, same exact cover. The logo is red, and it's Gunbird.
So
So-
weird.
And they're very cheap. They are affordable. Like I feel like they're undervalued. I would say get them while you can. But yeah, so got that.
So funny. I remember hearing about that game long ago. There was some YouTuber that did a video about like games that like the cover art basically like catfished you into like thinking it was a different type of game.
Hmm.
I don't remember the name of the video or who it was by or anything, but that was like the concept, and that was one of the video games I remember mentioned on it many
Yeah.
years ago. So I've known about that forever. And you
So-
reminded me. I forgot about it. It's so funny.
Yeah. If you don't have them, buy them both. They're pretty undervalued, honestly. Picked up Dice DNA Integrated Cybernetic Enterprises.
Oh.
Bandai Namco thing. I looked up like a PS2 Hidden Gems video, and this was
Oh,
one of
Cartoon
them,
Network?
so- Yeah, apparently. I'd never seen the fucking show though.
Nah, I've
but
never heard of it. How interesting.
it looked fun, so I was like, okay. Then we got Star Fox.
Nice.
Got it. Then we got this, which I never even knew existed. Like, so I know about Rampage Universal Tour, Rampage World Tour, all those, but I never heard of Rampage Through Time until I seen it that day, and I was like, oh, okay. Tried it. It's really bad.
That sounds about right.
But hey, I don't see it often. Seems a little uncommon, so why not?
In general, Rampage might be one of the most overrated franchises in all of video games, if we're being honest.
Picked up a pretty clean Pokemon Snap, and this one was pretty neat because I was looking at it, and then I opened it up, and it has the sticker sheet.
So
That's
cool.
neat. And the guy didn't have a price tag on it, and I was like, "Oh, how much is it?" And then he was just like, look it up in price charting, whatever it is, that's what you can have it for." So it was $95.
Hell yeah.
So that's what
I
spent
am
on this.
shocked you didn't have that already.
Yeah, I just had it loose. I didn't have it complete. I still need Stadium 1 complete.
Ah, a nice
Which
big
we will-
box.
We will get there. We will get there. Then this was the next one. Super Mario Bros. We
Beautiful.
got the circle seal, got the hang tab.
Do you
got
know
one
what
for-
printing it is? Or just that is early print?
I just know it's early print because of the hang tab and the circle seal. I'm not too familiar with the print runs, but once
That's
I've seen
cool.
circle seal and hang tab, and it's it's a little rough, but it's honestly pretty good for
Yeah, it's a black
Mario.
box NES game. You
Yeah,
can't ask for too much.
so
Because not
for
only is it
200,
old, but they show wear so easily because of all the black.
but for 200, not too shabby.
Crazy,
Not too
crazy
shabby.
price on that.
Okay, then I bought Silent Hill on the PS1. Has the reg card, all that good stuff. Um, yeah, wanted this one for a little bit, so ended up getting that.
Nice, nice.
Then I was like, you know what? Let's go Sega CD. Let's get a nice Sega CD game.
Yeah, why not?
So we got Popful Mail.
Hell
Uh,
yeah. Beautiful.
um, and like the name does it. There we go.
Yeah, it's
There we
hard
go.
because it's
Popful
so foily.
Yeah, so there was a couple at the convention. One I ran into, this one and the other one were the same price, but the other one we had like a big crease right here, and I was like, nah, if I'm spending up, I'm gonna go for a decent copy.
Hmm.
They both had the red card. This one has the red card. Seen two others for 550, but it looked like somebody's dog ate out the red card from the both the manuals, so I was like, I'm not going for that one. I knew the vendor for this one. He hooked me up. He gave me $30 off, but it was 600. I paid 570.
Holy cow.
Or did I pay 560? Might have been 560. Anyway, yeah. So Waffle Meal, and this is actually when I started last night after I hooked up my Sega CD, which I was really mad at first because I was looking. I wanted to test it out, so dug out my Genesis CD, and then I was looking for the cables. I could not find the cables of the controller. I was like, where the hell did I put this damn thing, right? So I was like, all right, whatever. So I had to order replacements on Amazon. I ordered replacements on Amazon. You know what I found later on? The cables.
Yeah, that's
So
about right. That's usually how it goes.
and I was like, geez, all right, whatever. But yeah, I got to test this out last night. I actually found out that there is sometimes an issue with Powerful Mail in the Sega CD to where you have to reformat the RAM. And you know what I had to do last night? Learn how to reformat the RAM. Did that. Actually pretty simple if you don't know how to do it.
That's
You
good.
just hold A and C when you boot it up and go to memory and you hit reformat.
Interesting.
But yeah, I did that. Then this game started. I texted Craig right away and I was like, dude, this game is like amazing. The cutscenes, fantastic. I love little interactions when you run into people and like, the dialogue's going, yeah, their mouths talking and everything. Yeah, really charming game. I'm probably gonna kind of want to see this one through. I'm gonna
Mhm.
play it. I even talked to Craig. I said, hey, we should maybe do an episode on this one because pretty fun.
First episode to get 0 views, but it would be fun.
It would be. It would be.
The only thing is, I will say, fair warning. Famously, Working Designs made the American port of that game way harder than it's supposed to be. So
Really?
you're playing like the harder version of the game because the localized version they up the difficulty for some reason. So if I play it, I will be playing the Unworking Designs patch, so I can enjoy myself.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I got to the first boss and I got killed, and I was like, damn. Okay. Well,
But it's a very beautiful game, very good. I think it would be fun to. I would be down to do an episode on it. Why not? Be something different for our channel for sure. We don't talk enough Sega, so
we don't. We do some Sega love.
it's just hard because most people default their retro stuff to Nintendo and PlayStation. But a ton of good Sega stuff we could talk about. You know what we should do is a Dreamcast related episode soon. So that'd be fun too.
Yeah. What game would we do though?
I don't know. We could just do like how we did like Wii memories. We could do like a Dreamcast memories episode.
Okay. Fair. Okay, throw that on the list.
It's on the list.
The next I bought this one. This one I actually wanted to play too because I heard it is the best of the three. And the reason I'm saying three is because I got Haunting Ground on the PS2.
The big three horrors of PS2.
Yeah, so I heard this one's the best out of Kuon, this one, and Rule of Rose. And want to play. I might wait till October, do like a whole little marathon, do this, do some Silent Hill, make it work out. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, got that bad boy's complete. And then last one,
it was a big one.
Went to the convention, with the intention of buying this game, and if you know, Craig talked about it briefly last episode. He said I was in the market, so I was in the market, and I got a Pokemon box.
There it
so
is.
finally got it. finally got it after who the hell knows how long. I've been wanting this
Beautiful.
game. If I would have bought it when I first wanted it, it was probably like $300, but my ass kept waiting. So if you don't know, this price charting right now is like $2,300.
Crazy.
I paid $1,850. I got lucky because there was a guy walking around. Well, first walked around the first day, couldn't find a single copy. Only found one in the big box. Was missing one memory card sticker. I was like, you know. I was like, and it was 4,500. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go that high, Then, because I'm trying to work a deal with Craig over here, to get his big box. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Happens. So might see that in a pickup at a later date. But anyway, so yeah, couldn't find one anywhere, and I was like, I guess it's not just happening this weekend. It's probably not going to happen. Second day comes around. Shout out to Jonathan, because if Jonathan was not at this booth at this time, this would not have happened. Jonathan walked into this booth and he was like, "Yo, dude, come here." So I walk over. There's this guy trying to sell this to a vendor, and I was just like, "Oh." So I walk up to him. I'm like, "Hey, you selling that?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm trying to." I was like, "I'm interested." I was like, "We could work something out." That vendor ended up offering him $1,700. He said he was gonna go walk around. So I was like, "Come here, come here, come here." So I pull him to the side. I text Vinny. I'm like, "Yo, come over to this booth right now." Right? Vinny comes over, and then he sees what I'm doing, and then I look at it. Condition's good. Everything matches out, and I was like, he said he was trying to get as close to 2, and I was just like, "Should do 18." He shoots me back with 19, and I'm like, "How about we meet in the middle, 1850?" And I was like, and Vinny was like, "He got cash." And then I was like, I do. And then he was like, "You drive a hard bargain," and he was like, "Deal." And I was just like, all right. So then it was done.
Hell
And
yeah.
I got myself a Pokemon box. So
Beautiful.
yep. Every night before I go to bed, I sit down, I look at it because I'm taking it in. I booted it up yesterday. I was
Wow.
kind of I think for April Fool's Day, I'm gonna put up a long play on my YouTube channel.
That'd be really funny.
I thought about doing it.
That'd be awesome. You should.
So, yeah, that might happen April next year. But yeah, that is all my pickups.
Crazy. Can I ask, is that the most you've ever spent on a single game?
Yes. By
a lot?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I never dropped over $1,000 until this. I never dropped over like 600 until.
So you basically tripled your all-time maximum amount paid for a game.
Yeah, my game mind looks crazy now. Like it's like
it just exploded. Yeah, after this weekend, it must have blown up.
Like, in my top 12, like 3 of these are in my top 12.
Went absolutely crazy this weekend. Good for you. Hey, it's fun when you have the opportunity, right? To blow money on these silly things that make us happy. So
just openly just dropping. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Felt like a baller.
Feeling no remorse. You're just like, "Yeah, I want that.
I'll take 2.
You got 2 Pokemon boxes?" Like, so yeah, that was
pretty exciting. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
See, Craig, you could have came. You could have witnessed it all.
I wasn't invited.
You're always invited to too many games.
I know, but I never know what is happening. I don't pay attention anymore.
June 27th to 29th, 2027.
We'll plan it. Dan. We'll plan it. How about that? Get me there, get Zach there, get Christian there, get Vinny there, get all the boys there.
Well, Vinny's always there.
True. You and Vinny are there by default, but
yeah.
But the rest of us should fly out. That'd be awesome to do one year. We also always talk about Portland Retro Game Expo as well, so
I'd love to do that too. I want to visit that.
Yeah, although it seems like Too Many Games has actually kind of taken over. It seems like Too Many Games is like the big convention every year now, opposed to that.
Yeah.
Not sure what changed, but it seems like people care more about Too Many Games now. Probably because Scott the Woz is there.
Dude, I ran into him.
That's funny.
Before the con started. Like in the vendor hall, and when I walked out to him, I was like, "Yo, Scott," I was just talking. I was like, "I can get a quick pic." We took a quick picture, And I was like, all right, you got 6 minutes before you get bombarded, so I'm gonna let you go. And then he
And
was
he's
like,
probably like, cool, thanks.
no, he was like, yeah, honestly, he was like, from the first year he was here, he said, I learned really hard because if I just stand here at one spot, everybody's like, oh my God, it's a YouTuber. And then they all huddle up and then you're stuck there for hours. He said, so now I just walk around, be quick with him, like, oh yeah, you know, how you doing? And, but he talked to me for a good bit. And then, yeah, he's a cool guy.
That's cool.
And then after the con actually started and people walk around, I seen him walk by me and I was like, I see you. And he was like,
That's funny.
yeah, he keeps like a low profile when he's like shopping or something. So
Well, yeah, I mean, he's basically a celebrity at a place like that, which is funny.
yeah,
So,
dude, the first year he was there, them fucking panels were packed up. You had people sitting on the floor behind it. Like it was crazy. It's crazy.
good for him. Yeah, Scott the Woz has had a very interesting career trajectory. It's been interesting to watch over the years.
Yeah.
I was one of his subscribers before he ever even hit 10K. I followed him super
Oh, really?
early on. Yeah, I don't remember how I discovered him, but I did. And I remember I had a close friend that I had for a long time because it was like before Scott the Woz blew up. So it was like we would like knew each other through like the Scott the Woz community of like a couple thousand people. So shout out to my old friend Leah. Hope she's doing well. I haven't talked to her in a while. And I hope Scott the Woz is doing well after a long convention weekend. And I hope you're doing well, Tyler.
Doing pretty good.
I'm happy to
Still
hear.
still living off the high over here, but
Oh, I know. When you get like a Grail game you've been wanting for a super long time, it really does feel like you feel like you're on another plane of existence for a while, just like looking at it. Like I remember I rode the high of getting like my duo pack for like a month. Like I would just look at it and I was just like, it's finally mine.
you like that picture I took at the hotel with it?
It was very funny.
I was like, Christian, make this your Discord header, and he did.
Yeah.
And he did.
For some context, there's a photo of Tyler shirtless holding
on.
the game, like snuggling it essentially.
I'll show it. I don't even care. Hold on.
He's loud and
It's on
proud.
Christian's Discord, so I was like, make this your header, and he
So
did.
funny. It's a beautiful photograph.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Yeah, I was. It's funny because I told Jonathan, I was like, we're gonna do this, and he was like, okay. Then he was like, kiss it. And I was like, all right.
There it is. The lovely couple.
Yeah, good times.
The lovely couple. All right. Exactly an hour in, according to my recording time, even though I'm going to have to cut a couple of things, so it'll be less than an hour. It's time for the topic of the show. No trivia this week, because I have no one to play against.
Yep.
Unfortunately. R.I.P. to me.
That means Zach will forever stay in striking distance.
Forever. That'd be really funny if we just kept doing the trivia while he wasn't here. We just rack up my score even higher. That'd be a good bit. You know what's funny, by the way? He texted me back because, as you all listening know, I wrote into him saying, like, hey, if you want to write into the show. And then he was like, sure, what would you like me to write in about? And then I was like, just write in, we're recording. So he might not even be on this episode because he's taking too long. But that's okay. Anyway, topic of the show. Mega Man 1 through 3. The famous tough as nails 2D platformer for the original NES. By Capcom. I was trying to remember the name of the guy that created Mega Man and I'm blanking, so I have to look. Keiji Inafune, right? Is that it? Yes, Keiji Inafune. And Akira Kitamura. He was designer and artist. I'm assuming it looks like he did the art on the games. Which is funny. I didn't know that someone else actually drew Mega Man and all of his companions. So the more you know. The original game released in 1987 on the Famicom, releasing shortly after on the NES. Tyler has never played these games before. He has plenty of friends that love Mega Man, and that was a big, I think, reason why he wanted to do this, because he had
I actually
buddies hounding
only
him.
played
Yes?
Mega Man 11. So
Oh, there you go. See? So, way later.
yeah, I was like, yeah, it's time to play a Mega Man game. Never played the others. So,
Exactly. Definitely a different flavor playing 11, I think, compared to the original 3.
yeah.
But yes, so I guess we could just go game by game. But there is plenty to talk about. All the fun Robot Masters, all the different levels and themes, some banging music. But I guess we might as well start this off. Overall, what were your thoughts on Mega Man 1 through 3?
All right. So Mega Man 1 to 3, I feel like as the games go on, they're still hard as shit, but they get easier as they go on. 1, fucking tough as shit. Like, you had to have some pixel ass perfect jumps, or you were to do like fucking. I was playing on the Legacy Collection, so I did abuse Rewind a little bit. And that's also because I thought in the Mega Man, I thought it was like when you died, it was just like game over and you had to restart from the beginning. I didn't know you could continue and start right back from the Robot Masters or from like where you left off. And Jason told me, I was like, oh, well, then I wouldn't abuse Rewind as much as I did. Like, um, but yeah. So overall, I thought, I don't know how much in depth we're going to go into the game, so I'm just going to keep this one like a little compact. But overall, I really enjoyed them. I want to see the rest of the games. I would like to play them. I was pretty salty because I thought I had the Legacy Collection physical, but I didn't. So when he got me, I had to buy it digital.
Got.
I have the second one. I have the second one, and I have the X Collection. No, I don't even have the X Collection. I have Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, and I have the Zero ZX Legacy Collection. So I need to get on that train and buy the first one physical and the X ones, because, yeah.
You need to up your Mega Man game.
I do.
You need to get equipped with Mega Man.
I do.
So you played this via the Legacy Collection on PS4, you said?
I did.
Cool.
I did.
When I played these games, I played them on the Legacy Collection via the 3DS. So slightly different, but...
Okay.
As far as I know, I think the only differences are, I think they're, I don't think there's an achievement system of any kind in the 3DS version. There might be an internal one, I'm not sure. I think that the, like, challenge levels and, like, custom levels that were made by people and added in are different on the 3DS version than the console ports, which is kind of cool. And then I also believe that, the console ports have a rewind, don't they?
Yep. They added that as an update later on.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the 3DS games do not have it. You can save at any point, so kind of like a save state, but there's only one slot, so it's not really a save state. So you can save at any time on the 3DS version, but there is no rewind. So you cannot cheese your way out as easily on the 3DS version. He's looking around. That's what I said. I texted him. He was like, I beat Mega Man 1. Then like 30 minutes later, he's like, I beat Mega Man 2. And I'm like, this motherfucker's cheating.
It was not 30 minutes later. It was not 30 minutes later. Though I will say for Mega Man 2, if you know the boss order, like even like Jason
their health goes down in like a second. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like when you play it on the normal difficult, like there's normal and then difficult.
Yeah.
You play it on normal, that shit's like easy. Like you just use Bubble Man or Flame Man, 2 shots, but dead. And I'm just like, damn. It's like, okay.
Well, why don't we go ahead and describe the gameplay of Mega Man for the people. So Mega Man is, would you call it a run and gun? I guess it technically is, right? You're running and you're gunning. You're going back and forth,
actually, yeah,
doing tight platforming. You have your little blaster, and you blast enemies that come at you. They all have kind of different specific patterns and attacks that you are expected to learn. These games are very trial and error. You're not going to get through basically any level on your first try without dying at least once. I'd be shocked if you did. And these games are, usually that's something I hate is games that are very trial and error based, just because I get annoyed and I'm not a fan of that. In my mind, I'm like, and even though this isn't true, in my mind, I'm like, if you can't beat something first try, I'm like, that's probably bad game design because the game's not telling you enough information. And I know that's not wholeheartedly true, but that's kind of my personal stance on it. That's why I think a lot of the stuff like Mega Man or Dark Souls and stuff don't usually click with me right away, because I get frustrated and annoyed. And maybe that's just a skill issue, and that's totally fine if you judge me for that too. But you're running and gunning through these stages, learning the patterns, and doing some precise and timed platforming, I guess is the best way to put it, through levels. You get to the end of level, you fight a Robot Master, you get a iteration of that Robot Master's power, and then you can use that power going forward, but you do have limited ammo for anything that isn't your regular old blaster. And that's basically the setup for every Mega Man game, condensed down to the simplest factors of it. But they are very fun, very challenging. Maybe put an asterisk on fun, but they're very challenging. No asterisk on that part of it. The story of Mega Man, as someone who's not a Mega Man expert, I believe, Tyler, you can correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but basically Dr. Light and Dr. Wily created robots to basically try to help humanity just kind of like work easier, like, you don't have to worry about things, like you have robots doing daily activities and hard labor jobs and stuff. And then Dr. Wily made some of them evil, so it's your job to fight back the ones that have become evil, which is basically everything except for Mega Man. There's like no other good robots. So, but I think that's basically it, right? Am I missing anything? The story is pretty simple.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, eventually down the line, then Proto Man comes into the equation with 3. He starts in, but then I know he has some presence in 5 or 6.
I've only played 1 through. I've actually only ever played 1 through 3, so I couldn't tell you.
I just seen it from looking at the box art of them. He was on the one.
True. Shout out to the famously horrible Mega Man American box arts. I love them so much. They're so funny and ugly. I love it.
Is there a reason why they did that?
Apparently, they didn't, like, the person that made the art, like, he wasn't told what the game actually looked like. He didn't see anything. He was just told to, like, paint what he made. They're like, hey, yeah, it's this guy, shooting these robots. He's in a blue suit. Like, it's basically like simplest terms. So I believe that's why they look nothing like the in game, because he was just doing what he was told.
I honestly like playing these. It got me on the like. I almost tried to like buy one before this started, but like kind of want to get the Mega Man game CIB. But
they're pricey. But they're cool.
1 and 5 are pricey. They're all pricey. The others are like 200-300, but 1 and 5 are like 500-600, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah. And if you get Mega Man 1, you want to get the first print version where it says, I believe it says Dr. Wright instead of Dr. Light on the back or something like that. So
does it?
Yeah, it has like a translation error, which is really cool.
Now I gotta watch for that.
Now you gotta look. All right, so should we go? I guess we could go by stage and then yeah, we'll go by stage and boss at the same time. So let's see. I have this wiki pulled up to try to make it easier on myself, but it doesn't have like the stages listed.
That shows all the like bosses. However, yeah. I'm kind of confused. I mean, you might be able to fill me in, because Mega Man 1 only had 6 bosses, right? But this one has 8, and it says Oil Man and Time Man. I have no idea who they are.
Oh, so those are from Mega Man Powered Up on the PSP. I don't know why I know that, but I do know that.
Gotcha.
So for those listening, which is presumably all of you that are watching this, there is 2 extra. I don't know why I said that. There's 2 extra bosses in the PSP remake of Mega Man 1, which I feel like most people don't even know that exists. It's called Power Up, and then I think there's Mega Man X Maverick or something, which is like a Mega Man X remake. I don't know the additional content for that, but yeah, there's definitely 2 extra robot masters in Mega Man Powered Up, which is cool. So why don't we go ahead? We'll go through boss/stage, talk about it a little bit. First up, probably the most popular. This might be the most popular Mega Man boss, like, period, I think, if I had to guess, and that is Cutman. How are we feeling about Cutman and Cutman stage?
Hold on, I gotta re-familiar myself with how it looks. So go ahead and start talking.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to tell you much about the stage off the top of my head. I don't totally remember. That's the one where it's like the like kind of like minty green in the blue sky, right? Yeah. So that is. I remember when I tried playing Mega Man for the first time long ago when I was younger. I would always start on Cutman stage because I believe your cursor defaults to him when you start the game up, and it's definitely not the first stage you should be playing. It's extremely hard.
When I started the game, like Jason was like, all right, you should probably like play like this guy first, right? But it didn't even give me a choice to select. It just threw me in Cutman's. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, weird.
I was like, well, I guess I'm doing Cutman.
Yeah, Cutman's tough. He is like this guy in, like, he's red and white and he has a pair of scissors on his head. You've probably seen him. It's funny, I went to a concert last week and there was even a shirt with Cutman on it. It's like Cutman is just universal. There's DJ Cutman, very popular remixer online. Everybody knows and loves Cutman. He throws like pairs of scissors at you out of his head, which is funny because it's like that's not threatening at all looking, and it's like he's definitely not like the toughest of the robot masters, but he does have a really cool design. He has a little scissors on his head that like they like clap and slice is a good time. He has like a rolling cut thing, where he throws the scissors at you, and you just had to avoid him and try to kill him. His weakness is the super arm, who you get from Gutsman, which I think they say should be the first stage you play in the game, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So Gutsman, that you basically pick up big old rocks and you could throw them at Cutman. It's funny because I think that's supposed to be like a rock paper scissors reference.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be, because everything, it's all supposed to kind of make sense, in a way. But some of them are a bit of a stretch. We'll get there when we get there in terms of the weaknesses. But yeah, Cutman, probably the most. His stage is definitely not my favorite, but I think he's one of the more memorable bosses in all of Mega Man. So how you feeling about Cutman?
Yeah, I would say he's probably not my favorite of one, though. Yeah, his stage is hard as shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, got through it. I'm looking at the other bosses to make sure everybody's familiar. So we got Bomb Man, Gust Man, Cut Man, Elect Man, Ice Man, Fire Man.
Spoilers, dude. We're gonna get there.
Well, I know we're gonna get there. Everybody should know. Apparently, everybody played them but us.
Apparently.
Well, but me.
So next we got Gutsman. He has his big rocky stage. I feel like his is not the most memorable stage either. But he is definitely the easiest of the bosses. You're kind of intended to take him down, I think, with your regular weapon without having too much trouble. He does have a weakness, being the hyper bomb. But Gutsman, I think, is just the overall easiest boss to take down with your regular gun.
That one part in the stage with the moving platforms, you have to like jump onto them, or else they'll just go bloop. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the falling platforms. I feel like that's also a very famous Mega Man 1 thing, I believe.
Yeah, that part was definitely something.
Also, some genius game design, by the way. I've always loved that you could see the platform below you dip when it hits the thinner part first before yours does, so that way, like, you know that is coming. Very smart game design. I've always thought that was a very cool way to show the player what to expect. Love that. Next up, we have Iceman. How you feel about Iceman?
Iceman, I mean, of course, it's an ice stage, and you got ice physics, and you're sliding all over the place, and you can easily slide off the stage, fall to your death. You know,
very annoying. Yes.
So not with rewind.
How bad were you with the rewind? Be honest.
Like I said, on the first one, pretty bad. 2 and 3, not that bad. First one, I was pretty bad with it. Yeah.
You also have your very annoying disappearing and reappearing blocks to climb on in this level. Hate those.
God.
That's my least favorite thing about Mega Man, is those blocks in particular. They're so obnoxious.
I feel like were they in 2 and 3 or just also 3? I don't remember them as much in 2.
I don't remember if they're in 3. I know they're in 2 because I think they're in Fireman stage in 2.
No, they're in 3. They're in like they're one of the parts of 3. But I felt like it was a lot easier in 3 than 1. Because it was like when you're escaping this. Well, when you're in one of Dr. Wily's things, it's the first part. It had a whole bunch of them. I remember that. Yeah. But that first one, that was getting me mad. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, they're obnoxious. Not a fan. And Iceman he's weak to 2, which is interesting. It looks like I didn't know this actually. I'm looking at the Mega Man Wikipedia right now. So shout out to the megaman.fandom.com/wiki/megaman. He's weak to the Thunder Beam and the Hyper Bomb, which I did not know. I thought he was only weak to the Thunder Beam, so that's cool. Makes sense, because you could melt ice with thunder, I guess, because it's hot.
But you would think.
But you'd think Fireman would be the weakness. So that's annoying, and I mean, sure, you can blow up ice with a bomb, I guess, so whatever, I guess, if you want to count that, but very strange. Next up, let's talk about Bomb Man. How did we feel about Bomb Man?
Oh man, let me pull that one up real quick. I hit the wrong button.
I know. I promise it's not because we're uninformed or we don't care, but all of these games literally look the same, so it's hard to remember everything off the top of my head. You
played them all back to back to back.
Yeah, it just feels like a long game, right? Yeah, Bomb Man stage is weird because I feel like it doesn't really suit him in any way. There's nothing really bomby about his
Oh, this
stage
is where
except
you
for
got
the rockets
Sniper
falling
Joe.
down, like flying around, kind of like the Medusa heads from Castlevania towards the end.
You got Sniper Joe in the level.
You do got Sniper Joe, everyone's least favorite fucking
Shout
enemy.
out.
Sniper Joe sucks. So annoying, the jumping. I'm like, no one
Oh,
else should be allowed to jump but me, actually.
this has powered up character models. What does he look like in powered up? Oh, okay. Fair.
But yeah, Bomb Man, cool. Not as memorable in my opinion. He is weak to fire, which makes sense because then, you could light the bomb and blow it up.
Makes sense.
But
Yeah.
if you're gonna have an enemy be weak to more than one type anyway, you might as well have Fireman be connected to Iceman.
Yeah.
That annoys
I mean,
me.
it would make sense.
It's
You
a
would
little
think.
silly.
You would think.
Kenji Inafune keeping us on our toes. Next up, we have Fireman. How do we feel about Fireman?
Fireman. So this stage had the. God, why do you keep refreshing on me, thing? Okay. Yeah, you had like all the fireballs coming at you or whatever, and then shooting up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice though. I enjoyed it. I like the color red, so I like the whole like atmosphere of it.
Yeah, this is one of my
There
favorite stages from Mega Man 1. Probably my favorite, actually, just in terms of a visual level. I feel like the like dark, like the gray, the black, and the orange really clash together in a cool looking way. I like the weird little fire faces on like the fireballs that are falling down from the sky. I always thought those were funny looking. And I just think visually it's one of the more distinct and interesting looking stages. But again, like I said, a lot of these bosses are cool, but you can't even really appreciate them because you take them down so fast with your with their weaknesses.
Yeah. Some of them, if you don't like, some of their patterns are like difficult, and you're just gonna get fucked. Like if you don't have their weakness, you're just.
I know
Yeah.
I know that there's people that do like Mega Man challenge runs where they don't use the powers at all. And I'm like, that sounds horrible. I could never. I do not have it in me. And last but not least, for the main bosses, we have Electric Man, or Elec Man, as is spelled in the game, because they couldn't. I don't know. There just wasn't enough room, I guess. This stage I remember always being very difficult as well. I like the vertical stages in Mega Man. I think that they're fun when they're more vertical than horizontal. They're usually harder because it's a lot of dodging things on ladders. But I feel like it just makes the scope of the levels feel much larger and interesting when you're going up instead of sideways. As silly as that sounds.
Yeah, dude, I was struggling on the first part of the stage where you have like the three things going back and forth and you can only stun them, and you have to very intricately jump here, then up the ladder. Oh, I was fucking up hardcore. Oh, yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Next up, this is after you finish all of the bosses, of course, in Mega Man. The game's not over, you'd think it would be, but surprise! You have to go to Dr. Wily's castle. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really remember his castle almost at all in this one. Not very memorable. I'm gonna have to pull it up.
Dr. Wily's manufacturing plant. Very good.
Dr. Wily's Castle, Mega Man 1. Let's pull that bad boy up. See, Fortress Stage 1, I do remember. Yeah, you run on the outside, you break your way in. Use all your power to your best of your ability. Do some climbing. If you don't have energy for your beam to climb up things and give yourself little steps, then you're fucked, which is kind of funny. They like to do a little bit of soft locking in in Mega Man games if you don't have enough of your powers, which is evil of them. And then you fight the famous Yellow Devil, one of the most famous bosses in all of video games, probably. Extraordinarily difficult.
So I abused the pause glitch.
I was gonna say, most people that play Mega Man know about the pause glitch. The pause glitch didn't work on 3DS when I tried, so I had to do it the real way, and that was very difficult. So for those of you that don't know, the pause glitch is when the Yellow Devil, he comes like apart in multiple pieces across the screen. You gotta dodge them all. It's very precise, very difficult. I believe that it is a pattern, but there's so many pieces that's very hard to memorize. And what you can do is once he's one big piece, you're supposed to shoot him in the eye, but you can turn into Elect Man and use his power. And if you pause right when the lightning bolt hits his eyeball, and you pause and unpause over and over again to freeze and unfreeze it, you'll just do continuous damage, and you can kill him that way. Tyler took the easy way out. I had to do it.
And you could eventually do that to other bosses too.
There you go. But yeah, it sucks. It's very difficult otherwise, and it took me a long time to beat him. Because like I said, I couldn't get it to work on the 3DS. So, and I don't know if that's like just 3DS problem or if it was a skill issue, but I had to beat him the legit way, and it was not fun. Very difficult boss.
I doubt it was a skill issue. That shit was fucking brutal.
It was hard, but it was worth it. And then let's see what else is there. So then you do stage 2 of his, and you have to fight Cutman and Elect Man again. I don't know if you would count these as like boss rushes, but I almost kind of feel like Mega Man games are the first kind of games that have like almost like a boss rush kind of thing in them. Might not be the first, but it's the first that I know, and I think that's kind of cool. You also have to fight the copy robot, which is literally just a copy of yourself. But it's cool because it copies over whatever ability you have equipped to. I'm not sure if it'll switch when you switch abilities during the fight. But I know that if you have one applied when you go to fight it, it'll have that ability equipped, which is really cool and interesting. It's cool that they programmed that in and didn't just make it like plain old Mega Man. No comments?
I'm trying to remember which one that was. The wiki page I'm on is not that helpful. But yeah, it is very because 1 didn't have like an actual boss rush, right? 2 is the one where it had like an actual.
Yeah, you have to go through all the rooms. Mm-hmm. This is
Okay,
more you're
yeah.
going through levels again, and then you go into rooms against them.
Yeah, okay. 7 wasn't too bad, especially when you know their weaknesses. You know,
True, and then you have them all now, so it's easy.
Yeah.
And then
But now you got to make sure you don't run out of the power for it because they don't stack over.
Mm-hmm. And then you do the next stage, and you have to fight that weird bubble monster, where it's literally just like a amalgamation of like robot pieces inside of a bubble. It's very strange, very weird.
Yeah,
weak to the
that
super
one
arm.
was, yeah, if you use that, it went down pretty quick.
But
I like
probably,
the aesthetic. No,
I was gonna say probably the least interesting and memorable boss in all of Mega Man.
yeah, I like the aesthetic on the one part where it's like the hallway, and then you have like the water come rushing in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was pretty neat to see, especially for like back then on like an NES game. You know,
Yeah, felt a little advanced, right?
for its time.
Then the final stage, where you fight Bomb Man, Fireman, Iceman, and Gutsman again, before you finally face the dreaded Dr. Wily.
And you had to do that all without, like, at least it didn't drop for me, like, without getting health. I know later on in the other games with the boss rush you get health, but this one you do not get health back. So it's like, all right,
It's rough.
Have at it. No,
Yeah, it is definitely a gauntlet. And Dr. Wily is no joke. You have to beat the shit out of a machine, and then eventually you can see him, and then you beat the shit out of him, and then it's over.
And Fireman, I could not get his pattern down like at all. I felt like he would just constantly shoot fucking fire at me, and then I'd be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna spam you back.
Like it felt like there's no opening, right?
Like I was like, yeah, there's nothing I could do here. Like he just like pop, 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 pop. I'm like, yo, stop.
But yeah, that's essentially Mega Man 1. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And it is definitely the worst Mega Man game because it feels the least balanced. Really the bosses aren't even the problem with the game. It's just the stages themselves that are hard, but the bosses are actually fairly easy, especially if you know their weaknesses, you know where to go. But the stages, man, they're tough. They're very tough. And Dr. Wily at the end is very tough, though. He is an extremely hard boss fight, and the Yellow Devil, so.
I mean, you can just use the pause glitch, and then you're fine. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, if it works. If it works.
Fairly easy.
We all didn't have that luxury.
Dr. Wily in 3, though, we can get to that one.
True. Well, yeah, Mega Man 1, how you feeling about it? Is it your least favorite? Did you love it? Did you hate it?
Mega Man 1, out of all of them, probably, I mean, I liked it. It was hard as fuck. I liked it, though. But it's probably on the bottom of the 3 that we played. And because I know Jason asked, what are your favorite robot masters from each game? My favorite robot master from one would probably be, design wise, I'm probably gonna go Electman.
I do like Electman as well, but I'm a big fan. I'm basic. I like Cutman. I do like the scissors on the head. I think they're a lot of fun.
Fair, fair.
But yeah, Mega Man 1 of the original three, easily the worst of them just because it feels the most punishing and unfair. But I'm sure it's one of those things where it's like if you play it over and over again, I'm sure that is manageable once you start to memorize more. But memorizing an entire video game is also not fun. So
Jason could probably beat all these blindfolded by now. I'm sure he could do it.
I believe in him.
Dude, he sometimes just sits down and plays them in one sitting and just beats them because he's like, yeah, I feel like playing Mega Man.
That's crazy.
He's like, yeah, let's play 7 today and then just go through the whole game.
He just finishes it.
That's respect, dude. Totally. I can't. Like some of these old games, dude, they are tough as fuck.
Yes, they are. He's
Jason,
stronger than me.
I want to see you like play through Super Mario Bros. 1. No warp pipes. I just want to see you beat that game. I want to see it happen.
You've only beaten Super Mario 1 if you didn't.
I'm coming over after we were done recording. No, I'm kidding.
All right, Mega Man 2. Wily is back because for some reason Mega Man decided to run away after he beat him. Just left him there.
Yeah, he was like, well, you're good.
And he ran home, he took off his hat. You can see his hair. And he goes with his sister and his robotic creator father.
Also,
now,
the first Mega Man had a difficulty option.
Yes, this one does not.
Yeah, so
very
it has
interesting.
the normal and difficult
on
Mega Man 2. So,
and you went with normal as like a normal person. I'm like, who would want to play these
games
more difficult than they already are?
Yeah, but then I found out it was actually fairly easy because these bosses were going down like 2 hits, and I was like, damn, all right.
Wow, it's crazy how fast they go when you use rewind.
Oh, it's not even rewind, dude. It's just having the
I'm kidding.
Having the that was one, all right. So so, but yeah, like if you have the boss thing, dude, they're going down in 2 hits. If you have your weakness, it's like boop, boop, done.
Very fast, yeah. The first boss on our list of Mega Man 2 bosses is Metal Man. How do we feel about Metal Man?
Shout out to Metal Man. His power that you get is OP as shit.
Yes, it is.
Just use that whole game, and you're pretty much well off. Like, and I think it's like 3 other bosses have his weakness, so it's like you can just kind of demolish him.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too. I would like to give a shout out to the Mega Man menu. Just the main menu with the song and the little cutscene going up the big tower is very cool, very fun and epic. Metal Man stage, I find a little obnoxious with the moving platforms and the drills coming out of everything, but it's still a good time. I believe that this is usually the first stage that people do in Mega Man 2, right? Am I right?
I believe so, because his power is like one of the best you can get.
Yeah, you could pretty much just use it the rest of the game to barrel through most enemies.
And his pattern's fairly simple. You just shoot him a bit, boop, boop, boop,
and then he moves, and then boop, 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 right?
Yeah. You just gotta jump over his blades, and that's all you gotta do.
Oh no, he's up and down. I couldn't remember. Okay, I'm looking now. Yeah, he is a fairly simple especially compared to the other enemies. So he also has a really cool design. I like the spinning razor blade on his head. Next
on
up,
the Mega Man 2 walkthrough wiki, it says that he is 6 that you should play.
Really?
I go against that. I say play him. Yeah, this one says Airman, Crashman, Flashman, Woodman, Quickman, Metal Man, Bone Man, Heat Man.
Hell yeah.
I would say go Metal Man first. That power that you get from him, you can just use that on all the stages.
Yeah, it's so useful for the rest of the game. I'm with you.
And like, for context, if you don't know, you can like shoot it in any direction rather than just shooting it and go. Yeah.
I gotta say, I hate Airman stage. I think Airman stage is so annoying.
Yeah, it has a lot of jumps where like, and especially with those platforms with like the things come out the sides.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot time that shit right.
It's extraordinarily hard to get around those. Not a fan. It's just
They got
obnoxious.
birds dropping eggs,
Hmm.
fucking like the little ones coming after you.
But I will say, I think Airman has my favorite design. I think that he's really cool looking, and his power is fun too. All the different like little tornadoes. Big fan of him.
Yeah. Here's another one. If you get kind of like used to it, his pattern's a little easier because you're kind of just waiting for them to go by. You just jump over,
Yeah, I
shoot
feel
a
like
bit.
unlike most Mega Man bosses, you have time to think when you fight Airman,
Yeah.
which is nice.
First one, it just comes right at you. It's like, yo, 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 calm down.
Next up, we got Bubble Man. How do you feel about Bubble Man?
Bubble Man, I really like him because like I'm always like prone to like underwater shit. I like some games underwater levels fucking suck,
Hmm.
but then there's like other games where I love the underwater aesthetic and stuff. Like Donkey Kong Country, really cool. Bubble Man, pretty cool. Yeah, it has that little like
Yeah, I like
divider.
the starting at like the top of the waterfall and working your way underwater is really cool. I like the
Hmm.
weird like big mouth fish monster you fight underwater. I just always thought that was a really good sprite. Very
Yeah,
expressive and cool looking. And I'm with you because one thing that's tough about Mega Man is you fall like you weigh 10,000 tons. So it's nice being
yeah.
underwater and you don't just fucking plummet to the
Was it?
center of the earth when you fall.
Is it Mega Man 1 or is it 2 where you have to fall into one section? You have all those fucking laser beams coming
Oh, we're
at you.
getting there. Don't worry. That's Mega Man
Okay,
2.
so that's in
So,
2. That's in 2.
yes.
Do abused rewind for that.
Good. I'm telling you, I had to learn this shit because I didn't have rewind. I did not have rewind in my 3DS version of the game. So I believe, let me pull it up to make sure I'm getting it right, but I believe that is Quickman stage you're talking about, and he's next on the list anyway. Mega Man
Right.
2. So
Shout out
Quickman,
Quick
yep,
Man.
that is his stage. Quickman, I feel like this is famously one of the more difficult stages in the game, just because if you don't memorize it, you can't beat it straight up.
Yeah,
so,
like
so yeah, it's how I was talking about how I like the vertical levels in Mega Man 1. The opposite is true for Mega Man 2. Extraordinarily difficult. You're falling down, and there is these giant lasers that are shooting from the sides of the level, and they come from both sides. You basically got to make sure you're falling in a way that you can avoid these shooting lasers, and you have to make sure that you're falling to the correct side of the screen, and you have no way to know that until after you already get there. So this is
yeah,
very much a memorization level, and it's also very annoying because there's one spot that has like an extra life and like an E-tank and stuff, and it's like you could just miss it. It's very difficult. There's also the cool lights turning on and off in his stage, which is fun. I like that it's like kind of like a general kind of like it's almost like a little bit of electricity on top of like flashing lights. It's very weird and interesting. It's a cool stage. But it is very difficult. And I remember him being one of the harder bosses too.
yeah, yeah. That part where you're falling, just I was fucking pissing me off.
Yeah, it's
I
hard to
was like,
get
come
it's hard to
on.
get to that point for sure. He is weak. I don't know if we've even talked about who's weak to what, so my bad on forgetting that, but he's weak to the Time Stopper, and the Crash Bomber. So whichever one you want to use, I guess. I think the Time Stopper literally just drains his health though, doesn't it? Which is
Yeah,
crazy.
you just use it and it like takes it down half.
So funny. And then just to go back, Metal Man is weak to Metal Blade, which is funny, or the Boomerang. So it's just, I guess if you want to replay, or when you fight him a second time, if you use his own weapon against him, Airman is weak to the Leaf Shield. Bulba Man is also weak to Metal Blade. Then Quick Man, weak to the Time Stopper / the Crash Bomber. Next up, we got Crash Man, Mega Man 2.
It's Clash Man.
Is it?
Okay. No, it's like a translation error or something in the
Oh, so it's
game.
supposed to be Clash Man?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Clash Man, but it says Crash Man, or it's
Mhm.
like vice versa. It's one of the ways.
Yeah, this is also a very vertical level, but I will say, least favorite stage in Mega Man 2. I do not like this stage. I feel like it's just really ugly. The only part I like is once you start to get higher up and start to go into outer space, because I just think that that's a really cool
Yeah,
touch, like that you're climbing into space. But the all the pipes and the beginning of the stage, I think the yellow just clashes so much with the blue sky, and it's just really ugly. But once you get to the latter half when you're in space, it's really cool.
yeah. This one again, you having all the moving platforms, but it's a lot better than the intricate timing ones, I would say.
True.
But
Crash Man is weak to the air shooter that you get from Airman. Next up, Flash Man. Oh, I guess we should also mention, Mega Man 1 is the only Mega Man that has 6 Robot Masters. After that, it's always 8 Robot Masters. So,
yep.
Forgot to mention that. Flash Man stage has always been one of my favorites just because it's, I know it's dumb, but blue is one of my favorite colors. And this stage is very blue.
And I was like me with Mega Man 1 with Flame Man or whatever, Fire Man.
Yeah. I think it's a little obnoxious, like the setup of the stage has just a bunch of like kind of nonsensical paths. It's not really a good stage, but aesthetically I like it.
And this one you got like the floor slick again, kind of like Iceman stage. So that's always fun.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. He's weak to the Metal Blade and Crash Bomber as well, which is funny. So many people are weak to Metal Blade in this game.
That's why I said
it's so OP. I know, it's just funny. I'm like, I forgot that like almost all the bosses are weak to Metal Blade. Next up, we have ya boy Heat Man. So this is where the lovely disappearing and reappearing blocks really come into play. You have to do long stretches across pits of death with these. Not a fun time. This stage I've always found to be the hardest one in Mega Man 2. Probably over. Like now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like definitely over what is it? Quick Man stage. I think the fire one is so hard because these disappearing and reappearing blocks is like my brain just can't process the patterns of them. I don't know why.
I believe it was this one. Jason said it was better. I could be wrong. So Jason, if I'm wrong, don't hate me. This is the one like he told me to go do a certain level first because then when you came back here, you had the one item that you were able to just kind of skip that whole.
Yeah, item number 2, you can skip the entire thing essentially.
And then I was like, all right, I ain't doing this shit.
I know it's dumb, but it's like it's like when you play a role playing game and you're like, I'm not going to use my elixirs in case I need them, and then you beat the game with 1,000 elixirs. It's like that's how I play Mega Man sometimes, where I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to need this power up, so I'm just not going to use any of my power ups. Yeah. But it's like I know the games are designed for you to not just be using your blaster the whole time, but I always get afraid that I'm not going to have enough juice.
Yeah,
I scare myself. But then
soft lock.
You fight good old Heat Man. I think he might have the dumbest design of any Mega Man boss so far. I don't know what he's supposed to be. Like, is he a lighter? Is he an open oven? I don't really understand.
I mean, come on, shit, load.
I think the closest thing he looks to me is like maybe a lighter, but I don't know. He's a very strange looking one.
Yeah, kind of. Because kind of like with the thing on his head, looks like the little... So, could very well be.
But he is weak to Bubble. And then, last...
This game fixed its issue where you would think, fire beats ice, but ice beats... So this one,
we'll take it.
Bubble beats... yeah.
Next up, we have another one of my favorite boss designs, probably, Woodman. I know it's simple, but I think he's funny looking. He's just like a big hunk of lumber.
Yeah, and his stage design, I love the aesthetic of it. Like, you're like in the wood.
Yeah, very cool looking. I like the weird robot dogs you fight in the stage that do the fire, and the hopping rabbits are an adorable sprite. They're difficult enemies, but they look really cool. And I think he has visually the coolest power. I love the circle of leaves floating around. I love that. I think it looks so cool. Big fan of that. It's funny because it's like looking through all this again, I'm like, Sakurai definitely had a favorite Mega Man when he was making his moveset for Smash Bros. As well. It's like all of his moves are Mega Man 2 moves.
I mean, Mega Man 2 is the better one.
It's my favorite of the 3 as well. Spoilers, okay. I guess. But it's my favorite one too. And then after that, it's time to go to good old Wily's Castle. In this game...
fucking music on Wily's Stage 1.
All-time classic. All-time classic. So the first, let me pull up Mega Man. Wily's Castle, Mega Man 2. Let's pull her up and look through. All I'm getting is music covers, which is hilarious. Because everyone's so in love with the Mega Man Wily's Fortress music. Wily's. Let me type in Fortress. I just don't want to make sure I don't forget anything. Stage 1, there we go. I like when you start the stage and you see Wily come out of the spaceship and he just lifts his eyebrows a few times. Big.
Yeah.
I love that. That's just like his main animation is the eyebrow, like it's so good. But yeah, phenomenal music. I like that you have to use a lot of your items in this stage, just like kind of almost a reminder that if you haven't been using them, that you could have been using this whole time too, which is kind of how it felt for me. You climb all the way up into his castle. You jump across your blocks, and then you fight what I think is one of the best sprites on the NES, which is that dragon.
Yeah, really cool.
Let's see, what's it called? It's just called the Mecha Dragon. But God, he looks so cool. I love the look of the Mecha Dragon. He is also weak to Bubble, I believe? Or what is he weak to? Let's see. It says he's weak to Atomic Fire.
Ain't the boomerang?
Yeah, I was going to say the video I have pulled up right now, they're using the boomerang. That seems to be the best choice.
That's what I thought it was.
But yeah, it's a very difficult fight. You don't have a lot of movement options. There's 3 floating platforms that are uneven, so it's like this is definitely a tougher fight. Tyler probably used the rewind feature on that one.
I don't think I did as much on this one, actually. I don't think I did as much.
I know. I'm just shit talking. It's fine.
I know. Go ahead. Get it in.
Then you have more just Wily's Castle, just kind of generic-y tech looking. Most of Wily's Castle I do think is kind of not memorable in this game, to be honest. Then you have the weird boss fight where you fight the room, the walls are coming off, and like forming other robots that you have to fight.
Shoot them.
Almost up there with the stupid bubble from the first game, but slightly more memorable just because it has the interesting, cool kind of like bright pink color palette, and just the idea of the walls attacking you is kind of fun too. Makes me think of in like Legend of Zelda when the tiles come off of the floor and try to smack you.
Yeah.
Then we got Wily, Stage 3. By the way, if you want to interject with anything, please do. I feel like I'm rambling.
Oh, go ahead. I mean, you're doing pretty good. So.
Yeah, Wily Stage 3, you get some more water physics, which is fun. You have to avoid all the spikes as you're falling down the pits. Not as difficult as like Flashman stage, but still pretty tight, pretty precise. You got to be getting through. And then you fight that weird tank robot guy.
Which? Oh, yeah. Okay.
What is his name? His name is the Guts Tank. Says he's weak to the quick boomerang and the atomic fire. Oh, did I miss something? What is Pico Kun? Oh, that's the stupid wall. Okay. It's called Pico Kun is this official name. Wild. But yeah, the Guts Tank is pretty cool. It's not the best fight in terms of like the engagement of the fight, because I feel like it's pretty easy and simple for being a late stage boss. You kind of just hop onto him and then you can kind of shoot him while being on him. It's fairly easy compared to a lot of the other bosses in the game. But another excellent sprite. Mega Man games look so good with the big sprites. When they have like the big detailed sprites, those always look so good. Some of the best looking sprite work on the NES for sure. Next up, go to Stage 4. Stage 4 is another very vertical one. Very purple.
And then if you, it's pretty much just vertical, moving around on the platforms, timing it, avoiding the enemies while you're trying to get to the ladder once the platform gets there. But then the boss for this one, it's the one with the walls, and you could easily soft lock yourself here.
Yes, this is what I was talking about. I did have to start this level over, I remember, because I messed up. And like I just didn't have good enough aim, and I ran out of bombs, and then you just can't beat it. And that is a fundamental flaw with this game that I think is worth noting. It is absolute bullshit that there's no other way to hurt this boss. It's so stupid and so annoying. I really do not like that.
Shit out of luck, honestly.
But yeah, the name of this boss is the Boo Beam Trap. So that's good. But no, not a good boss at all. Not only is it not interesting, it's obnoxious and unfair because the fact that there's a boss that you can only fight with one enemy, and if you run out of that ammo, you're just SOL. I hate that. I think that's really shitty. So you can see the boss fight flashing on my face right now. If you have the camera on.
It did.
That's funny. But yeah, worst boss in Mega Man of all time, probably. I have to give it just for that, just because I think this is absolute horseshit that you could get locked out of it. Then we have, I know I kind of mentioned the boss rushy thing before, but this is like the first true boss rush, I think. Like I said, as far as I know, in video games, there might be something earlier. If you know, please comment below. I would love to know. But as far as I know, I think this is the first boss rush in video games, which is really cool. So you go through, you fight all of the bosses again in Mega Man 2 that you fought up to this point, which is cool. And then I think that's pretty much it for this. I need to skip ahead to make sure.
What's
I know.
cool with this one, though, like this one makes it a little easier because you actually get health drops from all of them.
Yeah, once you hit them, they drop a bigger health up like refill, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then you have to fight a stupid spaceship Wily again, which is difficult, but I think that it's still easier than Mega Man 1's Wily for sure.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because you get the map of Wily's castle, and it's like, you know, the skull that you think is the end is like, oh, just kidding, there's one more, haha. And then you fall down your pit, you go through like a weird cave that's like leaking blood, which is funny.
Those things fuck you up if you get hit by one.
I know. I'm assuming that it's supposed to be like oil, which makes sense, right? Because they're machines. It doesn't make sense for it to be blood.
He killed Dr. Light. That's a type.
And then, oh my god, you have to fight an alien. It was Dr. Wily was an alien all along. Oh my god.
Imagine like being a kid playing that shit for the first time, like, oh my god!
Yeah, also one of the cooler sprites in all of Mega Man. I love the alien sprite that they use. I believe he's weak to Bubble. Yeah, it looks like Bubble is what the video up I have now is using, but I remember using Bubble back in the day too. Definitely very difficult. There's like no pattern to really follow. You kind of just have to shoot and pray in this one.
Yeah, shoot him when he's low and then avoid his fucking like homing shots.
But I think it's so funny. Once you defeat the alien you see is just Dr. Wily or controlling like a hologram. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Very cute little ending. And then he's, you know, begging for forgiveness and Mega Man just walks away again. Which is why there's so many of these fucking games, because he just walks away. And then you see him walk through the seasons and it's beautiful and peaceful.
He's enjoying life.
He's so happy. And then you see just his little, you know, his little hat. And there's a village. It's a very strange ending. I feel like it doesn't fit, but I've always been a big fan of it.
Yeah. So your favorite Robot Master from 2 is Airman?
Yeah, I think I gotta give it to Airman. I think something about his design I really like.
I think I agree with Jason with Bubble Man on this one.
But like Airman isn't my favorite stage. I don't know what my favorite stage is. Favorite stage... I don't know. Hard to pick a favorite stage, but I'll go Airman for my favorite boss for sure.
Yeah, Airman, I got both, man.
There you go.
Woodman's pretty cool too. I mean, to be fair, a lot of them are pretty cool in this one.
Good lineup. I think there's a reason Mega Man 2 is the most famous, because I think it was, you know, first Mega Man game isn't really good, to be honest. And then Mega Man 2 is good, and it has probably the most, like, memorable boss lineup, I think, overall. On to Mega Man 3, if you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
So we got Needle Man. How we feeling about Needle Man?
Needle Man, overall, he got a pretty cool design. His what was his boss stage like? He was like shooting things out, but then also like kind of at you, right? I think, right?
Yeah, it would bounce around the room.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And then for him, it was best to use the Gemini laser, right? Yeah, I remember some things.
I will say, my least favorite boss in Mega Man 3, because his hitbox is so fucking horseshit. So I guess we could give a little bit of history before we get too into it. So Mega Man 3, famously the most rushed and unfinished Mega Man game. They rushed the shit out of this game. and you can tell. It has its charms and its quirks, and it's still better than Mega Man 1, but it is also has a lot of unfair bullshit moments. But it did introduce the slide, which is very exciting.
And it doesn't even like tell you about that in the game. So you get to a
No,
part
you
where you're
kind of
like,
just
"What the hell are
yeah, you have
supposed
to
do?"
figure it out.
Like that happened to me at first, and I was just like,
What
"How
do
the
I
fuck
do?"
I get through it?" And I was like, "Wait, yeah, there's a slide in this one." And I was like, "Okay, now I got it."
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool move. It became a staple after this. It's the one thing I feel like Mega Man 2 is missing, is it would be nice to have that extra mobility for dodging and speed and stuff, but we have it in 3 at least. I wonder if anyone's ever made like a ROM hack to add it to Mega Man 1 and 2. That'd be kind of cool.
It would be.
But
I'm
yeah,
sure they probably would.
fucking hate Needle Man. I got such beef with him. I know he's not the hardest boss fight in the game, but I struggled so much with him for some reason when I played the game.
Yeah.
So
There's one on this list that I struggled with so hard. We'll get there when we get
all right,
there.
let's see. Next up, we're going to talk about Magnet Man. So
Magnet
plenty of
Man.
floating blocks in his stage as well.
And then you always got those freaking the magnets flying across the stage pulling you up, which could help you out, but they could also fuck you over.
True, but I do think that's a really cool mechanic.
Yeah, it is.
Also, you run into Proto Man here. I don't know the story of Proto Man, to be honest, since I'm not a Mega Man lore head, but
I think, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I know you kind of got like he thinks you're a bad guy type thing, so he's trying to get you, but then he ends up helping you later on in the game for, is it Gemini Man stage, I think? He like opens the thing for you and then leaves. Then you can go down. And then at the end, when we'll get there, you fight him again, but it's like not actually that same Proto Man, essentially. So yeah, that's why I said like later in the games, and like there's more. Like I think he's in 5.
Yeah, I think so. I want to eventually play through them all, but after I played 1 through 3, I was like, I need a break.
Well, hey, you did that a while ago, so now you can play 4, 5, 6.
No, I got enough to play right now.
But they're short. You could do it,
I guess. But yeah, overall, Magnet Man stage. I would like Magnet Man stage more if it just was a little bit less ugly. Like I feel like the color palette is funky. Like the greenish brown color in the back kind of kills the rest of the cool like gray blocky with like the red wire aesthetic going on once you go on the inside of it. But I do like the magnets that pull you up. I think that's a cool, fun mechanic to kind of play around with as you get through the first part of the level.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Dang it. So, Needle Man is weak to Gemini, Laser. Magnet Man is weak to Spark Shock or Shadow Blade. And then Gemini Man is weak to either Search Snake or Gemini Laser. So, every boss in this game has 2 weaknesses. I did not actually know that. So, time for Gemini Man. Gemini Man.
Said his weaknesses, but we didn't talk about him yet. So I was
Well,
like,
sorry, I got ahead. All right. I love his. Something about the Mega Man levels with like black backgrounds is just so cool to me. Whether they have the stars or not, something about them aesthetically hits for me. But especially when it has like the spacey kind of feel to them. Big fan of that. Yeah, the weird penguin enemy.
And then you got the penguin enemy. You got the one that like shoots down the 3 like beams at you. And then once you get to the part where, Proto Man comes, saves the day, essentially, helps you out. Then you go down, then you got the whole like underwater scene. That's pretty neat. You got the like coral, you got the colorful blocks, you got the fish eggs.
Is that what that's supposed to? Yeah, I guess that is fish eggs, huh? I never really realized.
I'm assuming because you shoot them and you got these little like
like tadpole looking things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very weird stage. Very cool aesthetically, though.
Yeah.
I don't know why Gemini Man has so many penguins in his level, but I'm kind of here for it. Like the way they look.
Yeah.
And then when you fight Gemini Man, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't remember him being too difficult, especially if you have the snake power up. It just kind of floats around and smacks him for you.
Yeah, I didn't do Snake until last, so I didn't have it.
Okay, look at that. I think some people start with Snake Man.
Fair.
Objectively, the funniest name for a Mega Man boss. We got Hard Man.
This is the one.
You got Hardman
that
coming
pissed-
at you.
This is the one that pissed me off, dude. I was getting fucked by him, dude. Oh, that sounds bad.
Getting fucked by Hardman. That's crazy.
But I
that was
could not
incredible.
batter down for the life of me. Like, he would shoot out the two things and then they would come back at you. And I'd always try to like jump over them, then jump again, but then the one would like come up here and then come back and hit me. I was having such a hard time
How
yesterday.
funny, yeah, because I don't remember struggling with him at all, especially because Magnet Man just bolts right to him.
I even used that, and
How
I was
funny.
just getting like he was like I would go through all of it, and then he wouldn't be dead yet, so then I had to use the Magnet Buster, and dude, I just couldn't dodge. I don't know why. Probably
That's
a skill
funny.
issue.
No,
Probably
that's
a skill
funny because
issue.
that's also kind of what's interesting talking about these games together. It's like you and I are struggling with different things, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, but dude, that thing was it was getting me so mad.
Let's talk about
And then
one
when
that
I had-
probably wasn't as hard for you. Top Man.
Top Man, no, that stage was pretty easy.
No, I love
I
Top
do
Man
like-
stage. Like the weird like leaves like inside all the walls are really cool. I feel like his stage doesn't
Mhm.
make sense because it's like very
No,
foresty. But
I like that one enemy. He just like shoots 3 tops at you, and then you gotta like shoot him.
I like the cat that
like-
shoots the giant balls of yarn.
Oh, that too. Spin
said-
up them hairballs.
Oh yeah, the guy shooting the spinning tops out of his stomach.
Yeah.
And the floating tops you hang out on, and they kind of push you around. That's cool too. It's a cool stage. Probably my favorite if I remember right. I'll amend that as we go through if I see something else that sticks out to me. But I remember this being one of my favorite stages. I think when I played, might have done Top Man first.
I think I did.
I think that was my starting point.
I did.
I think Mega Man 3 has the most like starting points, quote unquote, of all the Mega Mans, like where you can start at multiple stages and they're all kind of like equal.
So I followed actually this one on the Mega Man 3 walkthrough. It was Top Man, Shadow Man, Spark Man, Magnet Man, Hard Man, Gemini Man, Needle Man, Snake Man.
Fucking Needle Man, dude. Can't stand that bitch.
Hard Man.
You got fucked by Hard Man. Alright. Snake Man. Aesthetically,
stage.
definitely the coolest stage in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. So green, all the big snake heads and like the giant sprites for the snake head. One thing I really love is when you fight the giant snake head and whatever formation his body was in, it just stays there. I think that's really cool that it's not like a
Yeah.
set sprite once you kill him. Really cool and interesting. Let's see what else.
Snake Man's really cool. What'd I say? Well, I gotta look at these real quick. He might be my favorite of 3. My favorite robot.
He does
master
have a really
design.
cool design. And his
It's between him-
I think the part of his stage where you go into the sky is kind of silly and doesn't really make sense, but the rest of it.
Yeah. It would probably be it's him or Gemini, but probably him.
Yeah, he has a cool design. But yeah, shout out to Snake Man. We like him. Next up, another S. We got Spark Man.
Spark Man. This one where you got the grenades running at you, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
He also
you got
has
the
a really
grenades.
cool design too.
You got the grenades running at you. You got the lights going off, and you kind of tell where you got to go with.
You have all
enemies
the
running at
trash you have to avoid.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, he has a weird stage, very industrial, very cool. I like it. Yeah, I think this is one of the cooler stages of the game as well. The boss fight, I don't remember it being too difficult. I'm taking a peek now. No, not really. His patterns are easier to follow than most of the other bosses. Much less randomized, it feels like.
Shadow Man's with the grenades. This one's the one where you got the red platforms you got to jump on, and they start going up, so you got to be quick with them.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I misunderstood.
no, you're fine. You're
You can
fine.
fire me now.
All right, guys, welcome back to Generation Solo.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Shadow Man's has the cool thing where it goes in and out to the black with
Yeah.
like the space background. Oh, it's so cool. Love it.
Yeah, you got the lights thing going in and out, and then you got the grenades running at you. And
Yeah, something about the way that they make like fire and lava look in Mega Man games is just so cool.
Hey, shout out to the NES aesthetics in some games. They're pretty good.
Yeah, and he's just cool with his it's like the shuriken kind of ninja thing. Big.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to pick a favorite boss, I think I'm going with Shadow Man. Actually, Shadow Man's pretty dope.
Yeah, man. All right, all right.
We're going with Shadow Man. Now here's where we get to the part of Mega Man 3 that I'm not a huge fan of. And that's when you have to go through all these kind of like pseudo half levels again with the bosses. And it's cool that a
But the
lot of these
bosses from
bosses
Mega Man
are
2.
yeah, which is cool, but I don't know, it's just something about the it just felt like fluff, you know? It felt like they were just trying to make the game longer. And then it was also kind of weird that it was like the boss's powers, but like then it was like a different robot. Like I would have rather just fight those robots again.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it was still cool. I don't think we need to go too into it because it's basically just remixed. It's basically like remixed stages of what you've already done with old bosses. So cool idea, but I felt like I felt like it was fluff. That's all.
that was a cool idea. I enjoyed it.
Then you
Definitely
gotta
made it
fight
longer. I was like,
Breakman,
yeah, put it down.
which is just Proto Man, as far as I'm aware. I don't know the total
Dude.
lore.
I found the ultimate way to kill him. You just stand in the bottom right corner. He cannot hit you.
That's funny.
So I just stood there, and then when he would start running this way, I'd jump up and like beep 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 beep, then stop, and then he'd come back, and he'd go back, and like
That's funny.
it's perfect.
Had no idea.
And shout out to the little tune that plays before Proto Man shows up. Like,
The little whistle. Oh,
Yeah.
I dreaded it because I thought fighting him was so obnoxious. I'd be like, I'm like, is
It
this
was
guy
easy.
again?
You just don't jump, and every time he comes close, you just slide under him because he only shot in the air.
That's fair, but for some reason it would scare me. I would get intimidated. Like, oh
my god,
my god, he's returned.
my rival.
Now we got some more Wily Castle, Wily Fortress. I always call it Wily's Castle, but I think it's always Wily's Fortress, so I don't know why I do that. But you have
I think it's Wily's Castle in 2, and it's like I think like they're different things.
Okay.
In some games.
But same as all the other games, you start from the outside, you break your way in, go through just basically another kind of stage of this one is mostly gray blocks, and then you fall into water. You have to fight this weird boss that like sucks. It shoots tornadoes from the bottom. I don't remember if you could ride the tornadoes or if they hurt you. Do you remember?
I think you ride them. I don't think they hurt
Yeah,
you.
because I think depending on the weapon you have, otherwise you wouldn't be able to kill the boss. But most likely you'll have ammo for something to shoot up to. It's like a weird kind of like a claw machine claw, which is interesting, and like shoots out little other robots. So
Shoots like a little turtle type thing at you,
yeah.
which then gets faster and faster the like farther you get into the fight. Then the last one, it's like it's like hit him.
Yep, and then you have the dreaded purple stage of Wily's Fortress, where you have to fight a new version of the Yellow Devil. I do not believe you can pause glitch him, though, right?
No, you can't. But he was a lot easier.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because he moves a lot slower, too.
Yeah, moves slower. And if you have it's the punch one, whatever one that is. Yeah, you just jump up, shoot that, and he's like, all right. And it's like, psh.
Yeah, so not too shabby.
So much easier.
I will say, though, ugly ass Sprite. Not a fan of him.
Yeah, Sprite 1 was better.
Now we have more Fortress goodness, kind of just generic gray, but it goes into my favorite thing, that dark space. That dark space looking aesthetic with the stars in the background. We love to see it. And then you have, after that moving platform part, which I didn't think was too difficult. I feel like they intended it to be harder than it was, but it wasn't too bad.
I agree.
Compared to other moving block puzzles in the Mega Man series. And then you have to fight like that weird thing where it's like 3 clones of yourself.
Yeah, but then it was really easy if you used Top Man. Like,
does Top Man just take it out?
Yeah, like you use Top Man, and at least this is how I did it. Like I used Top Man, and I went to the bottom one, and I just hit them once, and they just all died. And I was like, oh, okay, that was simple.
Yep. And then you got to do another boss rush, I believe. Yep, that looks about right. Where you're just basically fighting everybody again. Because Mega Man loves their boss rushes. But at this point, you probably are pretty well versed with the way that this shit goes.
Yeah.
Then you have to fight the weird crab Dr. Wily, where he like stabs himself into the ground. Very crab looking, but pretty simple as long as you use Rush Jet to float yourself up to him. And then, of course, you have the final boss, which is Dr. Wily in a like giant robot head. I don't really know how to explain it. Kind of just like a kaiju robot almost.
All Gamma.
What's his name?
Gamma.
Gamma, there we go. I will say, as usual, excellent sprite. Definitely the easiest final boss in all of Mega Man, especially if you know what power to use.
Yeah, because
he gets cleared up right away.
What's the first one? The first recommended power?
I forget the name because this. What is the name of the suit? Because it's like the gray and the gray and like tannish one. I'm trying to remember because I saw the video and I saw him die in 3 seconds and I was like, I remember him dying super quickly too.
I know in the second phase, if you just use Top Man, you jump and you hit him once, he just blows up.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's Top Man. Yeah. And you just land on him. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, the first phase for the first half, you got to use something else. But for the second one, you just use Top Man, he dies. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay. Oh.
And it is interesting. You could tell that they wanted to try to have like more story in this game with like all the like with the mini cutscenes and some of the dialogue. But this game was just cool. Rushed to hell. So
I like during the credits how they went through like all the robot masters up to that point.
It is cool.
They even showed like Roll, which I think Roll gets introduced in the next game. So it's kind of like a.
I think Roll is in at the end of the first one when you after the credits roll.
Okay.
Let me make sure though. But I thought I remember. I think you go back to the house and it's Roll and Dr. Wiwi or Dr. Light. There it is. Yep. Yeah, there's Roll, but it's like you wouldn't know who that is, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I never knew Roll was an actual like robot. I thought she was kind of just like a person.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned that.
The more you know. But yeah, Mega Man 3. It has a lot of problems, and I think that's mostly just because of the rush development. But I appreciate its ambition. It has a lot of memorable moments for sure. Even more so maybe than... Even though Mega Man 2 is probably the more solid game, I think Mega Man 3 probably has more memorable moments.
How fast did all these games release?
I think they were like back-to-back year-wise. Let me see. Mega Man game list. Let's see. List of Mega Man games. So 97, 98, and then 90, then 91, 92, 93. So all of the first 6 Mega Man games came out within 6 years. Pretty crazy.
They'll get a six game franchise in probably about 45 years.
I know. And then after 8, there's just been big gaps.
I think it's 9 and 10 launched on like the PS3, right? Digitally?
Yeah, that was like a 360 PS3 WiiWare thing. Yeah. Mega Man 9 was 2008, Mega Man 10 was 2010, and then Mega Man 11 was 2018. And then 9 years later, we're going to be getting Mega Man Dual Override.
You gotta beat them all before then. Gotta beat them all for Dual
Definitely
Override.
Possible.
It is.
I would like Mega Man in general is just cool. Like I would like to try a lot of the spin-off stuff eventually. Like I've never played like Star Force or what's the Game Boy Advance ones?
Battle Network.
Like a lot of those I haven't played. I only played Mega Man X1. I never played the other Mega Man X's, so I'd like to dip my toes into a lot more Mega Man eventually. The idea of Mega Man is cool, so like the world is cool, all the Robot Masters, the designs are all very memorable, so
yeah.
I enjoy Mega Man, even if I haven't experienced a lot of it yet.
It is good. It is good. So I see where you're coming from, Jason. I enjoyed it. I definitely want to play through the other ones.
Shall we go through? I might try to... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I might try to play through them before Dual Override.
Might as well, right? You have at least a year, probably, so.
Yeah.
I am ready for some write-ins if you are, sir.
All right. How you want to do this?
Want to just alternate?
Yeah.
Let's see. So Mike from Canada wrote in. Mike from Canada said, "Great games and great games and a part of gaming history. The moving platforms in Mega Man 1 absolutely wrecked me as a kid. Same thing for Quick Man's Beams in Mega Man 2. In general, I think the level design, music, enemies, and strategy were improved a lot game over game. Current developers can take notes. Most people are probably most nostalgic for Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3 has the best gameplay Mega Man 3 has the best gameplay in my opinion. But I don't know, man. There was a fire the other night and we forgot our cat in the house. My copy of Mega Man 1 grew arms, picked up my cat and carried him safely outside. So yeah, Mega Man 1 is pretty great.
Fucking love that.
Thank you for writing
First,
in.
I was like, oh my God, you had a fire? And I was like, oh, okay, I see where we're going.
Thank you, Mike from Canada.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out to Canada. Then we got Mega Fan. Haven't played him.
Thank you, Mega Fan.
Shout out to Mega Fan.
Patrick wrote in. Patrick said, hard as balls. Classic, fun, great music, kooky bosses. But yeah, hard as balls.
Then we got Jason. Fortunately,
No Zach.
I can't read it. So I will take his place. So we got Jason wrote in. He said, hello, Mega Man, Craig, and Tyler, and Met Zach. Jason here to give you my thoughts on Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. As you may already know, the Mega Man series is my favorite video game franchise specifically. The original series. Now, when it comes to Mega Man 1, I know a lot of people don't like it as it's definitely harder, and the controls are more clunky and slippery, which is improved in later games. It definitely is. It was also one of the first games that actually let you pick a level instead of just going from level to next level. You actually didn't like touch on that. Like we kind of like talked about like you got like orders, but like not a lot of games back then let you pick on.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing to point out is you could choose the order of levels up to a point, which is really cool.
Yeah. Now, when it came to sales, the game did fairly well, but Capcom was just going to let it be a one-off game, but the team thought they could do more and pushed to do a sequel, which Capcom said you could do it on your own free time, but needed to work on other games at the same time. Now, when it comes to Mega Man 2, and my personal favorite one in the series, was an improvement over 1. I actually never knew that they kind of had to do it on their free time. Didn't know that. Since Nintendo cartridges now have more memory, they were able to improve on the game itself. With more memory, they were able to expand the Robot Masters from 6 to 8. The graphics were better and more colorful graphics and better controls. It's the first game to show Dr. Wily's castle as you go through levels. It also has one of the most overpowered abilities in the series, the Metal Blade.
There it is.
Wrong there. That shit was fucking... Shout out to you for recommending that to me, because that thing was crazy. Now, sales of Mega Man 2 were so good that Capcom took a second to look and a franchise was born. Capcom quickly gave the go-ahead for a Part 3, and the team had less than a year to make Mega Man 3. Again, things were improved, the controls were changed, and the introduction of the slide. With the introduction of Rush gameplay, 3 added Rush too, because Rush was in 1 and 2. 2 just had the items. Rush gameplay has changed more movements and freedom. The game itself is different as you need to fight the previous Robot Masters from Mega Man 2 after beating the first 8. Well, since this write-in is long enough already, I'll just leave you with this. We all know that Mega Man The Wily Wars is a far better remake of 3 Mega Man games than the remake of one game that they could only do one part of that no one should play.
Yeah, Mega Man The Wily Wars, I believe, is that all 6 NES Mega Man games that they like remixed for Genesis, or is that just the first few?
I'm not totally sure. I can't. You might want to Google that because I don't know.
Let's find out real quick.
Let's find out.
Mega Man The Wily Wars. Oh, I squeaked. I'm in fucking middle school. Wars. Featured remakes of the first 3 Mega Man games. There we go. See? Look at that. So, pretty neat. Pretty neat. But yes, thank you for your write-in / slight history lesson. We appreciate that. Yeah, I feel bad now. We didn't even really talk about Rush. They introduced Mega Man's
Jason,
little dog.
If Jason had a setup, I was like, yeah, we could have just thrown you in the podcast, dude. This would have been your episode to be on.
I know.
But he didn't have a setup.
All right, maybe when we do Mega Man 4 through 6.
Yeah, so Jason, get a setup going.
There you go.
You're invited. You got the invite, 4 through 6.
I like how we're not discussing this. You're just deciding he's invited.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You just said 4, 5, 6.
No,
So,
I'm
yeah.
totally down to have guests on the show. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I really wanted him to be on an episode of Zach where it's just them talking about Final Fantasy
Dude,
VII.
if we could have got him on this episode, it's like, yeah, we replaced Zach with Jason.
Like he finally killed him.
Yeah, Jason murdered him and then threatened us. So we were like, okay, you could be
Now
on
he's
the
on the
show.
show. All right. All right, I have one final write-in, a long one, from our long-lost pal, Mr. Zach.
Let's hear it.
All right, let's see. So I told him to, give us updates on his life, talk about whatever he wants to talk about for the show that we could share. So he said, not much going on here. I just had a child in Tamagotchi life yesterday, in parentheses, not kidding, and suddenly now my roommate is 40 weeks pregnant, so I have to go figure out how to handle that. But first I have to go grab a gallon of milk, some Marlboro Reds, and I'll be back soon. So I guess he said his roommate's pregnant, so cat's out of the bag for there. I didn't know if he wanted people to know, so that's why I was scooting around that earlier.
When you said in the beginning, you're like, not bad news, not good news. I was just like, oh, it's not good. I was like, okay.
Well, I was trying to
I
keep
knew I
it.
was
I was just trying to keep it neutral.
You're just like, not good, not bad. I was like, damn, all right.
I was trying to keep it neutral. Okay. I felt like that was the fairest thing to do because I didn't know if I was allowed to say anything.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Topic. I like the idea of Mega Man more than I have ever enjoyed playing it. I have played the NES Mega Man games before, but never enough to really get good at them. I did download the Game Boy versions of Mega Man on my 3DS in the past, thinking they would be equivalent ports like a dummy. I think my favorite thing about Mega Man is the pixel sprite of Mega Man and seeing other characters from other games being made in that NES Mega Man art style. I want to play Mega Man X one of these days. I think I might actually enjoy that one. It's funny you say that. That does seem to be one of the defaults, like when people make NES sprites of different characters from different medias or themselves. Seems like they often go with the Mega Man art style, which is kind of funny. I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
He said, what I'm playing. I'm currently playing Adventures of Elliot, and despite my lukewarm feelings early on, it's getting more and more fun as I play. The exploration has opened up in a nice way in the back half of the game, but I still maintain the puzzles or lack thereof are lacking. Combat has gotten more fun as I have upgraded the weapons. Another thing the game holds back for late game that I fear many players will not stick around to actually experience. Pickups. Nothing, but I am doing some eBay pursuing with a couple things in mind that might come to a later episode. And to Jason, I hope whoever read your shit comment gets as much out of it as I do.
It's all love.
All love. That was really funny. Well, thank you everybody for writing in. We always appreciate hearing from you all.
When I was at Too Many Games, and I was texting Zach, he was like, "Oh, who are you there with?" I was like, "Oh, with Jonathan, Jason, all that." He was like, "Oh, tell Jason I hope he has a bad day." I was like, "Jason," he was like, Zach said he hopes you have a bad day.
I love this rivalry that exists when these two have never met. It's so funny.
Yeah. Then they're gonna meet and they're gonna be the best friends.
It's definitely possible. But yes, thank you all for writing in. Always appreciate when you guys do that. Had fun talking about Mega Man with you, Tyler. It was a good time.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Definitely want to play more of the series. It was fun to kind of, even though I didn't have the time to replay those games all the way through, it was fun to kind of relive them by talking to them with you, hearing about your experience, kind of looking through the gameplay footage on the screen here. It is a special franchise. I see why people love it so much. It's just a difficult franchise, so it's not something you could just ease in and out of. I feel like I'm gonna need to kind of I don't know. I'm gonna have to relearn Mega Man, get my brain in that mode again when I want to try to play those games again. So
yeah,
but it'll be a good time. Any final thoughts you want to give on the original Mega Man trilogy?
Original Mega Man trilogy, I rank them 2, 3, 1. Not saying 1 is terrible; they are all good, but 1 is definitely hard as balls. 2, I definitely prefer. 3, I feel is just right, Yeah,
all right,
I just like to look
Mama
at
Bear, Papa Bear.
Dude, I was gonna go for that reference.
Goldilocks.
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm glad you got the reference. But yeah, it's definitely a series that I would like to check out more games in the series. I mean, I honestly keep buying them and I just don't play them. So I have a lot of them. I almost had the full Battle Network games on the fucking GBA. I got almost all the Star Force games. I got the collections. You know what I hate though
Hmm.
about the platinum trophy on the Battle Network collection?
What?
You have to beat both versions of every game
That's rough.
for the platinum.
That's
Like
rough.
that's literally the trophies. Like, oh, beat this game, beat this. 1 and 2, they're their own standalone. But then 3, 4, 5, and 6
Yeah.
all have 2
So
versions.
it's
And
like
like,
you
I'm not
you better
doing
really like those games.
that. Yeah, like that's not happening. Maybe like an overtime thing, but that's a lot. That's a commitment.
Yeah, I think about that too, because like Persona 3 Portable for the
Actually,
Platinum Trophy as well, you have to do playthrough with the male and female protagonists, and I'm just like, man, that's a lot of game to play for the Platinum Trophy.
yeah, I'm gonna see if there's a trophy guide for this game because I'm like, I want to know what the time is.
There you go. But yeah,
It's gotta be rough.
Mega Man's cool. I understand the love for it. And I want to be a bigger fan. Maybe one day, maybe that'll be like my next Capcom franchise to go crazy with, like how I went crazy with Resident Evil this year. Maybe I'll go crazy with some Mega Man in the future.
You could.
I
Maybe you'll
could.
get into that feeling right when Dual Overdrive gets a release date.
True. Any plans for your nice Sunday? What you have left of it?
Not really. I don't have too much.
Just gaming, hopefully.
Essentially, yeah.
Hell yeah. Same here.
Oh yeah, it's split up into 2 volumes though, so you can get 2 platinums out of it.
Okay. See, that's not so bad.
So for the first one, 4 playthroughs because you got to play 1, 2, 3, and 3, 80 hours.
And then you have to do 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6.
I believe so.
Brutal.
Going to check right now. Yeah, it's 100 hours.
Brutal.
10 playthroughs.
Brutal.
Why 10 playthroughs?
Probably stuff you can only do on
4, 5, 5,
Yeah.
6, 6. You got to play Battle Network 4 Red Sun, then you got to play Battle Network 4 Blue Moon, then Battle Network 5 Team Proto Man, then Battle Network 5 Team Colonel, Colonel, Battle Network 6 Side Beast Kragar, Battle Network 6 Side Beast Falzar. Okay, it only said, okay, I don't know.
Well,
Guys
we can figure it out later. It's not important right now.
Yeah, I don't want to, I'm not going to look into it.
But wow, we've had a long one still, even without Zach. Look at us, professional yappers as always.
Yeah.
But thank you all.
Trying to help out your Mondays or whatever you listen to this.
Exactly. But we appreciate you all listening. Thank you all for being here with us to talk about Mega Man. Make sure you share this with your friend, your coworker, your grandma. I'm sure they'd all enjoy it. Make sure to call your parents when you think of them. Tell your friends that you love them. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Don't forget to write in for next episode. Take care.